Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome. It's Thursday night, and it is time for another NLG show. How's everybody doing tonight? Peter, Chris, how are you guys doing?
Yo.
Alive, buried,
Mm-hmm.
no work stuff, but doing all right.
The good news is it's time to talk some games and stuff.
Yeah.
Look, it's your chance. It's your weekly chance to tell me why I'm wrong about things. Think of it that way.
Yes. Or why we're wrong.
Usually it's me. So, but hey, you know what? It'll be a good time tonight. We got a couple great topics. One in which, it's kind of it's topical because of news that kind of broke this week from our good friends at Ubisoft, and so it's a good time to kind of go over. I'm glad actually Peter kind of pioneered the topic this week, and it's one that it's a conversation I've been wanting to have for a while. So I'm glad we're going to start talking about some remakes tonight, and then the 20-year Xbox, the Power of Xbox documentary that's been going on, which I've had a chance to start watching. Did you guys watch it all the way through? I have not.
Yes,
yet.
I did.
I have not.
I have not. I'm on episode 4. So, and then, I don't know why it's not popping. Oh, it's because I got to do this. So, Peter's going to talk about the Switch. a rare time for Peter to talk about the Switch. So,
Yeah, it's not pretty.
I know. Oh my goodness. So it's gonna be a fun show tonight, and folks are starting to pile in here. We got Back from the Dead who was hanging out earlier before the show started. Brother Niall is here. Sister Lady Ventress is in the house. Sister Foxy is in the house, and Cousin Born just arrived. So people are starting to file in. Hope you guys are all having a great week. The holidays are coming. Born says, I heard HTK loves Metroid Dread. Have you even played Metroid Dread yet?
Who, me? No.
Yeah, you no. No.
He doesn't want to torture himself.
Not
an easy game. Sure.
Game of the
I have no
year.
idea what it is about.
I got nominated for Game of the Year, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't
know
mean
that.
shit to me. I mean, so it was Overwatch and stuff. It was like,
This is true.
I said no.
This is a good point.
We've come a long way since Overwatch.
True.
Have we, though? Have we?
The
Foxy's
one that I
going to
ever agreed with was The Last of Us 2.
Well, yeah, that was also a no-brainer. So
Yeah.
but I mean, we were all there. We all were there live on the Game Awards, live reacting to it and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, It Takes Two.
Mm-hmm. Makes
okay.
sense.
All right, sure, yeah. It didn't win anything else but best multiplayer, but okay.
Well, I mean, when it came out, became a popular game. A lot of people were talking about it. I mean, it's a great looking game and has a lot of diverse mechanics and events that you can do and how you have to work together. So, I mean, it makes sense, but I mean, the Game Awards, just like the Oscars and all that, it all comes down to, certain people are voting and it just comes down to what's popular, right?
Right.
There are studios out there that maybe not the gaming market, maybe not yet, but studios out there that do movies and stuff, they make movies purposely to win an award. So they already know what these people who vote on them yearly are looking for. And sometimes those movies are not really appealing to the masses, right? Like who's going to put Avengers as a, movie of the year, or who's going to win an award for that.
Right.
You know, that's just, you know, and that's where the Game and Award show is fun to watch. A lot of good, cool moments. But overall, you're always going to get people upset with the nominations and who wins.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just doesn't make sense to the masses. But you know,
yeah. So I did find out that our live stream reaction show cannot be played in the country of South Korea. Not only did we get several copyright claims, but yeah, show could not be played in South Korea. So I'm sorry to our South Korean audience.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
what did we do?
You know what pisses me off though?
It can be played in North Korea. That's the real question.
It's not blocked there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What pisses me off is we signed up to be co-streamers. So, you know, that basically we signed up for that so Jeff Keighley could say, "Look how many people are co-streaming the awards." We're not going to protect you or anything from copyright claim or anything like that. At least Microsoft did that at E3. You know, they had copyrights for. I think ours is still good. Like, I still have not seen a copyright strike on our E3 show. So, Retro Bros in the house. Lance Jennings is in the house. Lance said South Korea is missing out on a great show. Thank you, brother Lance. So, Foxy said she's going to see Spider-Man tomorrow. I am looking forward to seeing Spider-Man.
Yeah, won't be seeing it Saturday.
Yeah, are you? Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. We're probably going to go next weekend.
Well, if we did a show on Squid Game, then maybe we would not have gotten copyright strike.
True. Although I could, we're almost done. I'm on the last episode of Squid Game. We were just watching, and in fact, we were watching a couple episodes, Jacob and I, before the show. So we got one episode left, and I want to know how the hell this thing pairs out, because
definitely want to talk to you whenever on that.
Dude, there's been so many oh my god moments in these last 3 episodes. Good lord. Oh, that's right. E3 was more important since he was on the live reaction show. That's why we didn't get copyright struck. They don't want to go up against BAC.
Okay.
Oh. So, I have to say, Cousin Bourne said, "Did Sonic CD get the Lifetime Achievement Award?" I have to say, Retro Bro in the house, that is my warthog partner in crime. What was it? Sometime last week, I jumped in with him and Kamikaze and Black Metal Gamer, and we were doing big team battle, like capture the flag. It was like we were just basically running support the whole time. Dude, John would drive the Warthog, I'd be on the back gun, and we would just be mowing people down left and right. And then if we found somebody who we were escorting the flag carrier, we were finding the flag carrier, taking them out. It was great. It was absolutely great. That was the one night when I had a consistent KDA ratio that was above 50%. So
nice.
No, Mega Mike's in the house. Yep. I gotta say, I hate PvP, but Halo Infinite's multiplayer has me reeled in.
That's fun.
That's good.
It's got me to the point where I'm not really. I could play that till the campaign co-op comes out.
Yeah, you get that's your multiplayer fix.
I could actually play that until it's time to play co-op campaign, and then run back through run through the campaign with somebody or people, depending on how many people the co-op allows you for. So,
yeah, I'm interesting how they will do the co-op and stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
definitely are some challenges.
Well, and I wanted to ask you because typing it out in Discord never comes out right. So
Yeah.
you mentioned something about what the campaign does that could be making the campaign co-op have more issues than it looks. So what are you seeing that makes it that gives it that challenge?
Oh, I don't remember what I said though. That was good.
Whatever it was.
Whatever it was.
Whatever it was.
That was awesome.
Not bad.
Hang on. It's a good thing I had the Discord up.
There you go.
So, Myke, you want me to spoil the ending? No, do not spoil the ending for me. Oh.
Yeah, Myke, we're at that age where you ask us what we said a week ago. It's like we have to go back and read it. Just,
I know.
We can't remember that stuff.
We are getting old.
I mean, a week ago is like at least 7 weeks ago. That's 1 week.
True.
That's about it. We're thinking about dog weeks over here.
This is true. We're getting old that way. Where the hell was it? How far back did we go? How far back did we have this conversation?
I think we all had a few comments on that.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I might have found it.
All right, there's my picture of my broken headset. I got to show you guys what I had to do to fix my headset. You guys will laugh.
He still fixed it?
Yeah, hold on, because I'll show you while he's looking up.
Yeah, I had that same headset, and it broke the same way.
I mean, I love this headset.
I did too. It's very comfortable, and I thought the sound quality was up to par compared to.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I don't use any of the modes.
I didn't.
De Niro. What's up, De Niro? Is this the Grandpa's a Gaming podcast? Am I in the right place? Nice.
It is, sir.
You fit right in.
That's fit right in. So here's what I had to do. I literally have a zip tie holding it together so it doesn't break, and it works. It works.
Nice.
Where in the hell?
I have a whole graveyard of headsets. Yeah.
Well, you got the Xbox headset.
Yes, I did.
All right. What's your take on it?
It's good. It's pretty decent, especially for the bang for the buck you're getting.
You got the wireless.
Yeah, it's the wireless one. I mean, out of the box, it has a lot of heavy bass and stuff, so I had to scale that down. I feel a little bit with the the equalizer. I mean, it's what's beautiful is it's like 100% wireless headset, so no dongles, no cords, no nothing, and it also has Bluetooth, so you can listen to a Bluetooth device like your phone or even your PC, and while you're listening to your game sounds and chatting with your buddies.
MacGyver Myke.
Yeah. And one thing for me that's very important is the mic monitoring, or side tone, how it's called on some headphones.
Right.
It's a little bit, it's better than my SteelSeries Wireless 1, but it's still weak sauce. I wish they had some more levels to crank that up.
It's still so funny that for the longest time, I had no idea. Like, I kept asking you, what is that? What is that? What is that? And I never realized these had it because it never dawned on me that that I was hearing myself back in these.
Oh, yeah.
And then one day I was just streaming, and I wanted to use these to, so I didn't blow out the, everybody upstairs. So I put the headset on, started the stream, started talking to the microphone. I'm like, why do I sound muffled? Pulled down the microphone, I could hear myself. I'm like, holy crap, this actually has mic monitoring, and I never knew it.
Yeah. And with the Steel series, like you actually have to connect it to your PC and then go in there for the settings and turn it on, which is absurd. But
it is absurd.
I mean, there are certain headsets where you can turn it on and off by like holding one of the buttons,
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah,
I think one of the best ones that I had was a Lucid Sound. I think that had the best mic monitoring so far, what I've experienced.
Yeah. Did you have the rigs also?
I thought you had.
Yeah, I also had the Rig 800 X, which was also a very good headset. Except the construction is very weak because it has the mic. In order to mute it, you flip it up.
Right, like this one.
Well, you do that too many times, and then there's that wire in there, and it get all loose, and at that point, it's like effed up.
Right.
Yeah. See, I have the wired Xbox ones.
Oh, okay.
So, I do enjoy it.
The only reason that I didn't go with another wired controller.
A little small though.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't go with another wired controller was sometimes while I'm chatting with you guys and you guys are in something else and I need to come over to the computer here to do something, it's nice to.
Yeah.
And then if the controller turns off, the headset turns off.
Yeah.
Let's see. Other than that, I mean, if this really broke on me, I have the XO4s that I could at least use temporarily till I get a new headset, and those are plug-in.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. So
I mean, you can also like if you have one for your phone, it still has a 3.5mm jack and plug it in.
Very true.
That will work.
Very true. And actually,
I
do. I have a set at work that's actually really nice. It's USB, but it also comes apart with a 1/4-inch jack or an 1/8-inch jack. Lupa, Sister Lupa, hello. How are you? Get them. Let's see. I found
you know how. So back on Halo Infinite, I've been playing the campaign and I'm loving it. And of course, I've been kind of slow grinding at it because I don't play every day. Been going into work early every day pretty much, but I definitely things that we do in there, whether you go take out a tower or a couple holds. I think I took out like a factory.
Mm-hmm.
And but then there's one where you had to take out this one Covenant guy that was known to be pretty a badass, and that would have been fun to do that together. There's definitely a lot there to where co-op would make sense.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm hoping, the co-op games that we played, like Wildlands, Division, you got that open. I don't think those were tethered, right? Were those tethered? Wildlands and you could pretty much run all around the map, but if you
could you?
If you started a mission, I know Division that you can run around the whole city. When you're out in the city, open city, you can go anywhere you want. But if you wanted to start a mission, you had to be there. And what was cool about it is that you could go to the map, click on your partner, and then fast travel.
Right.
So
Division,
hopefully
Division did that.
That will be the case in this. You know,
Forza
hey, we're
Horizon.
gonna go do this. I'm gonna go hit this tower. You know,
Yeah.
fast travel to them, and then
I mean, Forza
I mean, you have to
Horizon
be
did
then
that.
on the same, you know,
well, the same server.
same kind of thing that you're attacking. But how would it work? Like you find like radio towers and other stuff. Yeah?
I'd say here's
I think it depends on who's hosting.
right, but say you're trying to destroy one. You're on a different set. I mean, and
Yeah.
we're apart. I tried to destroy that one, and it happened to be a grunt, and I wasn't paying attention, and kills me. You know. Well, maybe that's a bad example.
well, here's I
Zach
found
is
it.
fun. But I mean, when you go in a mission and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there are things happening. So if you happen to die, what would happen? You know, would we all? I mean, are we being forced to play that same stronghold, or
I don't think the
we do
ones that are
individually? And what will happen with stuff that happens? And I don't know.
like the tower, right? It's just there. It's open.
Yeah.
So it's. I don't think it would matter if you die there or not. You just respawn wherever from there. But if you go into a mission that has to load in, that would probably be different. Or if we all die, but like in the past Halos, right? If we all died, then we all had to start over.
Right. Well, kind of like
Yeah, but you're
That was
really
more
in
of a
the
linear
same.
mission.
What's it called? You're really in the same mission. I mean, are they going to do in Halo the same way? I don't know. Yeah, maybe their idea was not to. Don't know.
maybe yeah, because maybe they do it like Forza Horizon, where remember only the host could do the
Yeah,
the
mission.
areas.
Yeah,
start a Halo convoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
So here's what you had said. I had posted something about somebody I follow said about, hey, you should still play Halo Infinite. It's a blast, but you might want to wait till you can co-op with a friend because it feels specifically designed for that feature. And you said, but from what I've read, I have to disagree with this person. You'll be presented with a still in-game image freeze frame that becomes live world, and you continue playing. How would this pan out in co-op? Is that kind of what you're talking about?
At that point in time, that's what I was talking about. No, I don't know how it shows up anymore.
Okay.
I mean, start something.
And see,
I don't know if it was.
I don't either. But I had mentioned Back for Blood or Gears, where, to Chris's point, could it pull you into where that person is? Or like Horizon, you can fast travel to where that person is. I think you could do that in the Division as well. You could click on that person and fast travel to their thing. The only thing I don't know, because I haven't gotten that much farther in the campaign yet, is are the different areas of the ring connected in that way, or do they slap you on different servers, or can you just join in like a fire team? Could you do the campaign as a fire team, like we do the multiplayer?
That's the way I think it's kind of set up, because when you go into the campaign, it has to do. It looks like it's set up like you invite your friends, a fire team, and then you go into that world together. And I think it'd just be open for everybody in there, and whoever dies. Now, if you're get into a linear mission, which I'm trying to think, I don't think. I mean, like the opening scene. Now that would be something to where we have to stick together, right? We're not going to be able to just do whatever we want in that opening mission.
But what about all the way at the beginning? Yeah, the opening.
Yeah, like missions like that where we will be linked together, tethered together. Like the past Halos.
Right.
Or maybe everybody has to play that first piece. Like so many other games, till you can join up and.
And once you're in that open world, I'm hoping that you can just pretty much go however you want. Once it opens it up fully to where you travel.
maybe they force you. Yeah, maybe they force you to finish the prologue first.
Right.
I hate that. I hate that so much. You should be able to play the prologue of any game. That's what bothered me. That's why honestly I hadn't gone back to Avengers, because we had that grand plan to play Avengers together and we couldn't play.
Well, I think that's what you get when you have a very story driven
Yeah.
PvE game. Like, if it would be yeah. I mean, if you have a multiplayer game like Call of Duty, the story is not as involved. Just a little hit at that point, they really put you on a map, and there you go.
Well, I think those of us who have already played the prologue will be fine.
Yeah.
But of course, we play with people who haven't.
But here's the thing. I mean, why not just skip through it, right? I mean, you don't have to do the prologue. I mean, it's not that,
It'd be cool.
Or
if
it
they
can be
allowed
really
that.
short, like the first 10 seconds where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, look to the left, look to the right, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should be able to because that's just teaching you how to play the game. I think you should be able to skip that if you want to get into the multiplayer. But then again, like, remember the multiplayer on 4? I mean, we all started in the same spot, right?
Yeah.
Getting pulled out of our cryo tubes and doing all that crap. I mean, it can be done.
Yeah, it's just how they go about it.
Right. Well, again, the great part is that right now, I mean, playing through it, those who are playing through it, I'll probably play through some more of it, with time.
I mean, that's why I play on normal, so I can just sightsee and take my time.
Yeah.
And once we're ready, to co-op, then we can play it on Legendary or whatever the other level is, the insane one.
Well, I'm playing it on
that's where the fun is. If we're
Right.
going to co-op, we can bump up the difficulty.
Yeah.
And we did that in 4, right?
Yeah,
we did.
We did that.
Yeah.
We played Legendary.
Yeah.
Because I'm playing.
Yeah.
I don't like playing on normal. So when I play Halo, I play on Heroic. That's one step down from Legendary. So I can always go back and play Legendary.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But I just got to say that the multiplayer, good grief. The multiplayer, John, Retro Bro, I think, said it best. Reminds him of 3. It kind of reminds me of 2 and 3. And all the fun that I had, back when I was a bit more competitive. I'm not so much now, which is why I'm not a big fan of PvP, because I'm not a young buck anymore. Hey, there's Daddy Jay's in the house. All hail Jay, brother Jay. So, I'm sporting the Renegades tonight, because we're, I'm a member of his channel. He sent me a Renegade shirt as a
Nice.
Hanukkah gift. So
That reminds me, I need to go check the mail.
Yes. I need to get another NLG shirt, and I love the fact that on the back of this thing,
Mm-hmm.
the chair's got a large back of it, OG logo. I love that. Oh, you're never late, Jay.
No,
You're
yeah,
never
Jay,
late.
we do about an hour of prologue here.
Yeah. Brother Mav is in the house. Let's see if
The Mav.
Oh, just finishing up. Oh, man. Darn it. We didn't get to do a fourth wall break. He finished up PM in the PM with Brother Pong Soul. Great show that comes on before us to check out if you get a chance. Of course, another great show that comes on before us as well. Thursdays are packed. Dark said it best. It's a lot of podcasts. Of course, 4G QTV is on at 6:30, so they kind of from the Gamers United Guild, we're kind of like the GUG channel, the Thursday night on NBC kind of thing. But I love to. I typically like to have a couple of them going, and I know that I know Mav and Pong were also talking about Splinter Cell tonight, and I'm gonna check them out on replay. I'm very very keen to see. Oh, it's really funny. Pong was on with Lemon yesterday, and I'm gonna talk about a crazy show. Lemon had Pong, Clowns, Hip Hop Gamer, and a couple other people. Oh, and King David from Iron Lords.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, in true fashion, King David and Hip Hop and Clowns are all going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Funny as crap. I don't go in for the console war stuff, but listening to them duke it out. And Pong, for like 30 minutes of this entire like duking out, literally just sitting here like this, just staring at the screen, motionless, just waiting. You could tell he was just waiting. But it was hilarious. But I'm gonna be catching PM and the PM on replay tomorrow. They always have a great show. And you know, Pong and Mav, I mean, it's a great combo. They're very intelligent, and great friends of ours. So, so I mean, while we were just kind of chatting a little bit more about the Halo, where was the multiplayer? Do I not have I not been? I've been doing a poor job of getting the getting all the videos collated into playlists. But here, let's see. So it was you and me for a little while, and then Peter, and then Kamikaze joined in.
Yeah.
And then we got matched up with a guy who is on my friends list. His name is 500-pound Jawa. And just out of nowhere, just got matched up with us. And then we brought him into the party. And this was actually a really good time. So
yeah, we did have a good time. That was fun.
Oh. Yeah, and we did pretty well. I mean, we
did.
We were not, you know, I don't mind losing. But you play with Mav and Caitlin, Lupa knows we lose a lot. We were losing a lot when we were playing with them. But we were competitive. And this is one game where I felt like I could, as long as we weren't playing PC players with mouse and keyboard, I could hold my own. You know, there was a couple matches where my KDA ratio was really good. A couple where I was horrible, but I never felt like Lupa said facts. I never felt like we ever got blown out playing Team Slayer, and that's a
we didn't.
That makes it fun to play. You know, when we're all going. It's 1 a.m. and we're all going, oh, damn it. All right, one more. One more, right?
One more time.
One more time. So, wait a minute. Man, 500-pound job. Mega Mike, was that you? That wasn't you, was it? You said I had fun playing. Was that you? If that's your gamer tag and that was you, I'm an idiot. I totally forgot what your gamer tag was if that was you. We had a great time. I mean,
It's weird. It's weird seeing some our friends either from Twitter or here, and you're gaming and they have a different name.
I did the same thing with Black Metal Gamer. I've been a friends with BMG for a good long time, and his gamer tag is JJ Hate 150 or something like that.
Yeah.
So and for a while I totally forgotten. I'm like talking, and he's like, "Yeah, we played the other night." I'm like, "Did we?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm JJ." I'm like, ah, damn it. So, that's should have fired the weapon while the hammer guy's in front of you. Yes, thank you, Jeff, thank you. But yeah, I mean, I'm having enough fun with this that I'm okay. I'm an idiot. So you are 500-pound Jawa. I will now remember that.
Dang.
That's his name. That's who it was. It was Mega Mike. It was Relic's son. Well, Mike, you are welcome anytime. Anytime you want to come on and just find us in you just find us in the on party and just jump in the party. So hang on 1 second, because we have a guest who's decided to join us. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to do this right. Give me a second. I feel like nope. He heard Halo and came a running.
Hopefully you can't hear the fan in the background.
Who dat?
Hey, what's up, Mac?
Not too much.
His brother back from the dead. He's here
Hey,
with
he's
us.
got his retro Renegade shirt too. Damn, I feel bad. Let me go check my mail.
Yeah, you even got my next level gaming hat on as well.
Dang.
Nice.
All swagged out.
Hold on,
All shelled out, but yeah.
hey, we'll take a shill. I'll take a shill.
Damn right.
Hang
Retro
on,
Renegades? Yes.
Let me get you in here.
The Monkey Punch.
Another Monkey Punch. What's going on? Hey, I don't know if you guys noticed, but for some of you, I have I've gotten back on Twitter. So if you see an NLG Mullis following you, that's me. Follow me back. So, you know what though? We cannot. Now I don't know why, but I can't see you. You guys see him?
He popped on for a second, and
I don't see him.
Yeah, I don't. We do not see you back.
I see back.
I don't
yeah,
see
he
him.
was on.
But
I
not
saw
in your
Renegade
window,
shirt.
Mike. But
You see
All right, hold on, I'll be back.
I don't see him.
Sure.
That is weird.
We turn the camera on and off. I don't know.
Like you're not even up top.
why not?
That's
he's
weird
for me.
because on my screen I am.
What is?
Yeah.
I say something.
Yeah, what's up?
No, you're not even popping up in my. That's bizarre. Like I see Peter, I see Chris. Don't. Is there something else here? It wouldn't surprise me if Skype is broken. Let me see. Let's do
Maybe
this.
your Skype is broken.
Could be. Let me drag you in.
So you don't see him at all?
No.
Why not?
No, I don't. Oh no.
That
Oh,
makes no
no.
sense.
It makes no sense. Yeah, Mav says he can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can definitely hear you. I just can't see you.
Wonder.
Do a together mode.
But
Let's
change
put us
that back to.
Put us all on an airplane.
Yeah. I see back.
Okay.
I see myself, and that's it.
Oh, what's going on?
Or
This is weird.
I.
It's makes no sense. But you know what? This is Skype for you.
If I turn off that background. You still can't see me?
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's on your end back because I can see you. Well, not right now, but I saw
It
you
actually
earlier.
even says at the top, we cannot connect your selected camera.
Aha.
Try closing other applications.
That would be why, because your cam.
Restarting
See there,
Skype.
and that's exactly what Mav just said. Make sure your cam isn't being used by another program.
I didn't have another program on.
Well, now everybody's. What the hell?
Turn off that thing, the funky
It is.
background stuff.
It is. It's off. What?
No, I still see myself sitting here in the forest on a bench. Or
Yeah, that's what I see.
You know,
the together mode. Yeah,
I
should be.
literally turned it off. Microsoft is starting to piss me off with this. I can't afford Zoom. So, all right, so there's together mode, right? Although it's just loading for me. This is awesome. Welcome to my nightmare.
Hopefully this isn't what you do for a living.
Now,
It's time
it
to go
says you are
teams.
not. See, it says 3 of 4 in call. Peter Hutink, Chris Williams, Next Level Gaming, not on this call. Back from the dead.
Maybe boot them and then bring them back in.
That, or maybe I should leave and come back. Let's see what happens if I roll out. Watch it end. If it ends the whole call, I'm gonna call you back. But you guys don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Invader? All right, let's rejoin the call. Rejoining call in progress. All right. Join. All right, I see me. I see nobody else. This is the dumbest thing. Now I don't see or hear anybody. I swear to goodness. This is. I'm gonna close and reopen Skype. This is. I'm sorry, everybody. We are sorry. This is ridiculous. You know, I don't get it. Microsoft, it's been working for years. We've been on the air for 7 years now, 8 years. I wouldn't say 2015, 2021, 6 years. No, it has to be longer than that because Peter's been with me 6 years. 2013, 2020. Yeah, we've been on the air almost 8 years now. And all of a sudden, Microsoft makes modifications to Skype that breaks shit. All right, let me try joining the call again. All right. Oh. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me go to grid view. There. Okay. All right. don't understand it. I don't get it. I see you both. I got you both now. Chris went somewhere. He probably went to the restroom, in which case, if it's the last couple of weeks, he'll be gone the rest of the show. I quit Skype and came back into Skype. That's literally what I did. So, what is that? What is that background you got? It's like a Christmas in steampunk. That is. So, I see you are also, again, sporting your Retro Renegade shirt and your NLG hat. Awesome. So. Nice. Yeah, see, so as you can see on the screen, I am fairly competitive. Which makes it nice for me to play. Like, again, I know I'm not the best Halo player. I'm not even a good Halo player. I'm passable. I contribute to the bottom line. But when I can at least stay competitive and oh yeah, I'm great holder of the balls. But if I could stay competitive and just, then I'm okay with losing, like losing the match. I just don't want to keep getting blown out match after match after match. Now I said we can only hear Myke. All right. Oh, you know why? Because Chris muted. God damn it, because Chris muted himself. Hold on. How about now? Yeah, there we go. Yes. Because Chris turned off his Skype camera. Hey, what's up? What just happened? But yeah, I mean, so I mean, look, even here, 50 to 43. What? No, still no? I see the camera. Oh my God. I'm close to losing it. Shut up, Niall. Let me try Peter's camera. Let me try that.
Test. Can you hear me now?
Okay, this. All right.
Yes. Yep. Yes. They say yes.
So this is new. So get this. You guys are now on separate audio channels, which is totally not what. Oh my God.
That's good, right?
Well, yeah. We have, so wait a minute. We got Peter, but not back. What? What? All right, hold on. Turn that off. Turn that back on.
Thanks, Dark CMF, for the super chat. Upgrade Skype, or don't.
And buy a drink. Thank you, Dark. Oh my goodness. You know what it is? It's pity money, which I'll take. All right, so well, let me see if I can see Chris. I force unmute Chris. All right, I'm gonna ping him and tell him I'm removing him from the call, and I'll get him back on the call when he comes back.
Yeah.
And see if that does it. So, all right.
Hey, 3-Bit, what's going on?
Hey, 3-Bit. All right.
Congrats on the new gig.
All right. Start talking. Start talking back. Anything? Please tell me you heard him. I swear to God, no. I don't understand it. I'm at a loss. So you know what? I'm gonna drop you from the call and call you back and see what happens. So hold on. I will call you right back. God damn it. All right. Let me ping Chris and tell him.
Maybe, maybe not. Can you hear me now? It's like we're like on a Verizon commercial.
Maybe Myke forgot to pay his bill. Right, I forgot to pay the Skype bill.
Yeah.
I'm 2 seconds away from just doing a whole new call, is what I'm about to do. So, how much do I have to donate to get you three to twerk? You got a crisp clean. You got a crisp clean $100 bill there, Dial? Because that's about what it's gonna take.
Yeah.
All right. So still nothing on back. Right? Still nothing. Still can't hear back from the dead. Even though I can clearly see him in the damn camera, in the audio mixer. Clearly can see him in the audio mixer. Yes. This is. All right. Let me do this. Down here. Guest to camera. Monitor and output. All right. Say something.
Something in the way.
Something playing Far Cry 4 while was trying to work out this issue.
Right? All right. Anything? Anything for Back from the Dead? I swear to goodness.
Something's got to work eventually. At least you can see my shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the important part.
Lupa says got everybody. All right. Lupa says we're all in. Okay.
Yes?
All right.
Are you sure?
Says yes, we can hear him now.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
All right. So when Chris gets back, we'll get him back in the call. Oh my goodness. The question is, how can we hear Peter?
I don't know. That is a good question.
Yes. Okay. So while we're waiting on Chris to get back, let's go to what we actually came to talk about, since we now wasted a good 20 minutes on audio problems. Yay!
Topic number 1.
Hit it up.
What is the topic?
It's right there on this. It's right there on the screen.
Remakes.
Oh, did it cut off? You know what? I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. And no, Niall. No, you're not fooling me.
Yeah, yes, we want all the remakes.
I'm gonna have 3 distinct voices. So, I mean, to give you all a little bit of behind the scenes of how OBS works, what typically would happen is, because of the way it uses NDI and Skype, it would treat everybody in the Skype call as one audio. So everyone's audio would go through one audio mixer in OBS. So if I had 3 people on and I had all 3 microphones lit, you'd get this crazy echo. Now, everybody talking individually, only their microphone, only their mixer goes, which is not what was happening before. So I don't get it. if that's something that why Skype changed that like right in the middle of our show. Right in the middle of our show. So, okay. Remakes. That actually did have an S on the end of it. But you know,
it does.
no,
I guess you have to remake that one too. Remake or remaster.
Yeah. Well, they need to remake Skype.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, this was kind of timely. Oh man, I got a piece of. I now have a piece of popcorn stuck in my throat. So, amongst everything else, right?
So when you croak, hold down 911.
Will you though?
Well, if
Maybe
you
the
have
one-
enough in your stomach
man,
when they
I'll be dead on the floor, and Peter will say, "You know what?
Myke, you don't
always-
look so good.
Come on, Myke, breathe."
Yeah. Can't hear you, Myke. Can't hear you. Are you muted or what?
It turns to back and says, "I've always hated that guy."
Yeah. Good riddance.
eat enough popcorn,
The show,
there'll be something
show
very
is
funny
mine.
for whoever cremates you.
the show is mine. That's right. I will get remade. Maddie, brother Maddie's in the house. How you doing, Maddie? It's great to see you. Blast from our past. Hope you've been doing well, brother. Okay. So, it was reported yesterday that Ubisoft has greenlit the development of a Splinter Cell remake. Yes, you heard me right. A Splinter Cell remake. Not a new Splinter Cell, like many of us who are Splinter Cell fans have been asking for 6 years. Or how long has it been since the last game? I know it's been
A long time.
a long time.
360.
Yep. It's been a long time.
Remember they
That-
used to pop them out like they were, puppies.
I know. So Ubisoft has greenlit the development of a Splinter Cell remake that will draw from the rich canvas of the brand. Led by Ubisoft Toronto, the game will be rebuilt from the ground up using Ubisoft's own Snowdrop engine, the same engine being used to develop Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, as well as Ubisoft's upcoming Star Wars game, to deliver new generation visuals and gameplay and the dynamic lighting and shadows the series is known for. So, this is in early development, and it's a remake. I'm not sure I understand the reason for a remake and not bringing us a new Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to play the first one again.
But the thing is, you have your memories about what that game was and how it felt.
Yeah.
So when you go back, does it still hold up to,
No, I agree.
I mean, it's a possibility that that you play it again. It's like, it's not as good as I remembered.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, we can still buy all those games on.
Well, that too. You can still
You
play
can.
it
They've been
too.
repeatedly putting them on sale recently.
Well, right. And some of the Splinter Cell games are backward compatible as well.
Mhm.
In
Well,
fact,
all the way back to the beginning.
well, like I said, I was just gonna you could play the entire Splinter Cell franchise on Xbox One. All of them.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell,
Yeah.
Pandora Tomorrow,
The first
Chaos
Splinter
Theory,
Cell
Double
game is the
Agent.
deals with co-op right now.
Right. So you can already play it. So,
Mhm.
you know, and so this brings me to a larger question. And Niall says we're still waiting on Prince of Persia remake.
Yeah.
Waiting for them
Remakes-
to add the rest of the graphics to that. That looked terrible in that trailer.
I know. So the question that I had as a broader question, is, you know, there are so many remakes going on right
Mhm.
now. Like everything is being remade. Why can't we get new games? Why I understand, you know, you can get a new audience, things like that, but you know, why not just make new games? Why do we have to have remakes? And especially with backward compatibility on the Xbox side, why would I buy it? There's Chris. He's back.
I'll tell you why. Sorry.
That's okay.
Hey,
I think
got my shirt.
Skype improved
went and
itself.
checked the
Oh,
mail.
you went to go change your shirt.
And then my neighbor, I have a good neighbor. Every time I go check the mail, we start talking.
There you go.
I didn't want to be rude.
Well,
Dang, I feel left out.
Thank you, Graphic God.
Hmm.
Retro Renegades.
so
Love my G brothers. All right, sorry.
So Now says most games are being remastered, not remade. That's not altogether true. I'm gonna just here are 10 games right off the bat that are being remade. Right, Demon Souls was remade.
Mhm.
Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary was a remake. Halo Final Fantasy VII, the big game from Square, remake. Mafia, remake. Resident Evil 2, remake. Resident
Yeah.
Evil, remake. Yakuza Kiwami, remake. I mean, these are remakes. These are not remasters. They're remakes.
And a couple of them have been nominated for Game of the Year.
Yes, which is even
Yeah, that's even worse.
that's even worse.
Well, I will say this real quick. Now, when I saw this announcement, I was excited. It's been a long time since I played Splinter Cell. So for me, they're remaking this, so it's going to be up to date, with the dev that's made Far Cry 6. So we're going to get Far Cry 6 quality for this game.
Mm-hmm.
And so that excites me. And to me, it'll feel like a new game. Because it's been so long, I don't even remember what all went down in that game. But also, I look at it too. I get what everybody, where's the new IP and all that. But the problem is like this game has been it is popular, but because it's been so long since, we played it. Sometimes some of us played the back compatible, but there's so many new gamers that weren't even alive when the first one came out. I think they want to reintroduce this to the new generation. And if it does well, and it should, then it's going to lead to more Splinter Cell. Because, yes,
so it's
Ubisoft has the money and they can fund it. But I think to go forward and say we want to continue doing more Splinter Cell, they need to fund it. They need to fund it. They need to get some funds from somewhere. And I think this will help bring those funds to go forward, and hopefully we'll get a new IP. But
You don't think all the microtransactions and all their other games would fund it?
I'm sure it will. But these companies are all about making money, and so they want.
it's an easier way to make money.
No,
You don't
I
have to
know.
think about the story.
I don't agree with all the
you know?
microtransactions. This is
Yeah.
probably going to be a lot like stuff with how Division and Wildlands and you know, if you want this, you can buy whatever for the game. I mean, that stuff doesn't really bother me because I don't really buy none of that shit anyways. I just play the game and, you know, but I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with it because it'll just reintroduce a lot of us back into Splinter Cell again, and then hopefully lead to a sequel.
But you can introduce somebody to a Splinter Cell, and it's a new Splinter Cell.
You can, but they want to make money, so they know people are not all these. You can sit there and say, "Hey, we did a remaster of the original one," but it may not look up to par. And a lot of these young gamers, like, they expect too much. Now
you're gonna add their NFTs to it.
Well, yeah, that I don't know. I can't. You know, the NFTs are new. If they get abusive, if it gets to the point where you feel like you have to buy an NFT just to enjoy the game, then I'm not going to enjoy the game, and I probably won't play it. But if it's just like microtransactions where it's not really affecting my game enjoyment of the game, then I don't care. People want to spend money on an NFT, let them. Just as long as it's not like an NFT to win or whatever, you know. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the other thing too is just looking, as BAC said, it's on sale right now for $9. I mean, if you really want to reintroduce people to it, throw it into Game Pass and PS Now. Yeah. I mean, we know that on the Xbox side at least, that the backward compatibility also nets you, you know, a graphical update, possibly a 60 frame per second unlock, depending on the game. I mean, there are ways that Ubisoft could work with Microsoft to do this and make it work. There's similar ways they could do it with Sony and make it work. It's all about, you know, it's just because I mean, what is the target demographic? Are you shooting for old fans or new fans? Because if you're shooting for old fans, you're not going to get them all with this. I'm not buying a remake if I own the original game. I'm not. You might get some people who have never played Splinter Cell before, or, you know, who weren't gamers 19 years ago. Sure, but you know, I'm not one of them. I mean,
I don't think they're shooting for you or those who are okay with the original and they already own it. They're shooting for the people who never played it before,
right?
And the people that like the latest, greatest in the gaming mechanics and graphics, and that's who they're shooting for.
Right, but the problem is it's all the people who want a new game that have been pining for the new game. Nobody asked for this.
You're right. There are a lot of us that do want that, but a lot of these young people don't. They never played the original. They don't care. It'll be new players.
Yeah, I mean, new players don't know Splinter Cell at all. So.
Yeah, it's just like when they redid the Resident Evil. Those were successful, and got nominated for Game of the Year.
I know. I didn't agree with that either.
Should those be nominated? I mean, it's those are getting the attention of the newer gamers, the new people that are now in control of, you know, what's trending and what's not nowadays. They don't care about us. They already know we're gonna buy games, or we're gonna. That's why, like Xbox, they brought back the back compatible. They got to keep us old school gamers happy. At the same time, they're making money on the new gen gamers.
Right, but I think they make more money from everybody making a new IP rather than segmenting this to people who, you know, may not have played Splinter Cell anymore and leaving those of us out who want a new story or a continuation of the story, you know, who want to see what happens to the Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
And now, because, I mean, look, this is early in development, which means you're looking at next year at least, and they indefinitely postponed Prince of Persia. So what if this is 2023 before it comes out? And then how long before we actually do get a new Splinter Cell? You know, it's
That's
4
how
to
we
7
retire.
years, most likely.
huh?
I guarantee you we'll get it before. Damn it, GTA 6.
Or the next Elder
Nobody's ever
Scrolls
getting
game.
the next. Yeah, right. So, Myke, relax and be
Yeah.
2027. So, good evening to Shizno. Brother Shizno's in the house. Brother 3-Bit's in the
Shizno.
house. What's up, 3-Bit? Brother Eating Paste is in the house. And they're weighing in all over this, which is awesome. And diverse opinions all the way around, which I expect nothing less from our awesome.
Yeah,
our
there's
awesome
nothing
chat.
wrong with how everybody feels about it, right?
That's what we're here for.
But I don't think Ubisoft cares. I'm sure they've heard many of us say, "Hey, we want a new Splinter Cell." We were all, we've been hearing it the past few years, right? How many times have people kept saying that? Oh, it's going to show. We're going to see this at Xbox E3. Nope.
No.
And here they are.
Right.
They just all of a sudden announced, "Well, we're doing a remake."
Yeah.
It's like, well, a lot of people were like, "Well, that's not what I expected."
Not what I want.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure they did enough market research that they knew it was where they wanted to go with it and knew it was going to sell. And you got to remember, we're only probably 5-10% of the community, where I'm sure they ask a lot more around than that.
I would be shocked if a question was posed to the gaming community at large that said, would you rather have a remake of the original or a new Splinter Cell, that a remake of the original would win over that vote. I'd have a hard time knowing what I know about the franchise and its fan base. This doesn't feel like something the fan base is looking for. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I never thought that this idea that, a remake winning Game of the Year was a great thing either.
Yeah, but the thing is, like Project Jeff, it's like a new game for a lot of people. And Final Fantasy VII, they're doing a big remake, and there are things that are changed in it that are different from the original. So it's kind of introducing something new that the original didn't have. Maybe they couldn't do it in the original. I don't know, but times have changed, and sometimes they want to remake a lot of this stuff to where it fits in the current times, whether like what's trending, politics, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And they want to sell to that crowd.
3-Bit saying people hating on NFTs while I'm making money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate on it.
And even they've been doing that for a while with remakes and modernizing them that way.
Yeah.
Even all the way back on the Wii, they modernized GoldenEye with Daniel Craig versus remaking the original.
Now, maybe the only way that I would see that it would be something that would interest me in the slightest is if this was sort of like almost a rebooting, right? So
a reboot.
Like the Star
Trek. I think
Trek,
that's what they're going for.
Like the Star Trek franchise. Yeah, like God of War, which was a total reboot. But I mean, I'm more even thinking about, like the Star Trek franchise, where they took the characters and they created a whole new timeline. If you want to do that, then okay.
Yeah.
If you want to take elements from the original games and turn it into an alternate timeline, and that way you can branch off into a new story, then okay. Then you might have my attention. But
and you could also create a TV show that whatever streaming platform you partner with, if you've got an actor who's playing him, say with realistic graphics through motion cap, then it's going to transfer over to the TV show just as well. Then you could spread it a lot larger in different types of media than just in a video game.
Right. Perhaps.
No, I mean, we've already had a couple of Tom Clancy series. Well, there was one movie with what's his name? I'm trying to remember
that
his name.
guy.
It's like, huh?
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy in that movie.
He was in Black Panther. He was Black Panther's nemesis or enemy. That actor that's been all over the place. Huh?
Killmonger?
Yeah. But he did a movie where he played a Tom Clancy character.
Okay.
Well,
that was a real good one.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of Tom Clancy movies.
So, like Back said, I mean, it would be cool if they do a Splinter Cell, maybe a TV series or a mini series, and kind of go along when this comes out. I mean, but and it would be cool too. They kind of, if they do modernize it, and Splinter Cell, Sam Fisher's dealing with the current times of what's going on in the world. You know, that could happen.
I don't know that that's the point of this, though. I mean, we never know, but
Yeah.
no. Well, catching up on the chat, there's a lot of great going on in the chat here. So, Paste says, "Are people asking for a new Splinter Cell?" Yes. Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
No, I
They're
don't think Mav and Chad has ever asked for one or done multiple videos.
Yeah.
But I agree. I haven't seen any chatter out there these past couple years saying, "Can we have a remake of the original?"
No. We all want a new one.
And I agree with that. It's just going to be one of those things where they're going to reintroduce it. I hope it's good. I like Far Cry 6, so I hope this. See how they play this one out, because I thought I saw something about it being open world. So we'll see.
Brian F says, "The path of least resistance to the almighty dollar." Oh, yeah.
I mean, we know at Ubisoft, they're on a get-rich-quick scheme for the decisions they are making, etc. So.
Yeah, as long as you don't make the pitfalls that Rockstar just made.
Oh, right. Yeah, with their, speaking of, right?
Mm-hmm.
In lieu of GTA 6, here's the trilogy again. And oh, by the way, we're gonna fuck it all up.
Yeah. But what they didn't tell people was that was a freaking mobile game and ported, right?
Right.
So that was misleading. That's why I'm glad I didn't jump on it right away. I was like, well, let me wait till it comes out, see how this plays out. And from what I've seen, I love GTA 3 and Andreas and Vice, but man, now that they're going to do it like that, I don't see wasting my money on that. That's a bad example of well, that's not really a remake, right? That's a remaster or whatever the hell you want to call that.
But yeah, and I even heard somebody say, well, how do you update those graphics to modern graphics? You know, there's limitations, and my comeback to that was, no, go look at Tony Hawk 1 and 2. Those were originally on the Nintendo 64 and Windows 98. They figured out a way to bring it back up to 4K.
Yeah, no, there's been some good ones out there. Remasters.
Peter, I think Paste is with you. He said, where was it? I just saw it. All right. Oh, he said, you know what? With Ubisoft's recent games, I'm going to go ahead and say I'd rather a remaster game than a new one. Oh, he's against that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dark said nobody asked for the original Splinter Cell. And I get that. I mean, I get that. And if they make a sequel, only us old gamers will be sure sales. I don't know about that. I mean,
look at God of War.
yeah.
know,
God of War was
that
not a
went
reboot.
bonkers.
Yeah. And brought in
Yes.
many new people. And that wasn't a remake or a remaster or it was a new game.
No, that's a reboot.
Yeah, actually,
But
yeah.
I think this could kick off, just the start of this a new trilogy, more Splinter Cell games, and may even take a break from Far Cry.
I would take a reboot again if it changed. Like at least God of War, when it rebooted into what it is now, at least it had a new story, right? It had a new story.
But we don't know what all they're doing, right? I mean, they haven't given us details. There might be a somewhat of a reboot to it, to modernize it. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Now they aren't going to. So they said here. All right. So here is what the creative or the producer Matt West said. To me, a remake takes what you do in a remaster and goes a little bit further with it. The original Splinter Cell has a lot that was amazing and revolutionary at the time it came out, 19 years ago. The gaming public now has even a more refined palette. So I think it
and that's why they want a reboot.
Right. So I think it kind of has to be a remake as opposed to a remaster. Although we're still in the earliest stages of development, what we're trying to do is make sure the spirit of the early games remain intact in all the ways that gave early Splinter Cell its identity. So as we're building it from the ground up, we're going to update it visually as well as some of the design elements to match player comfort and expectations. And we're going to keep it linear like the original games, not make it open world. Thank God for that. How do we make sure that the new fans are going to be able to pick up the controller and dive right in and fall in love with the game and the world right from the get-go? So I guess thank you for that. And I think Paste, he's saying what we're saying. God of War isn't a remake or a reboot of the original. It was a reboot of the entire IP, and that's kind of a different topic.
Yeah.
Not really, because what I'm talking about is that kind of reboot. When I brought up Star Trek was a reboot of the entire franchise.
Yeah, the movie.
It created a whole separate, the Kelvin timeline. It created an entire new story based on the benefit. They fundamentally changed everybody's backstory.
Yeah, so they can move forward with it going forward, because you can only keep doing sequels and try to continue canon of the original storyline. You know what I mean? You have to, and that's what the reboot is. So who knows? They could do that on this.
If they do that, then I could be on board with that.
Yeah.
And God of War is not a complete He's still continuing the story from the previous games. It's just an overhaul of it.
Just an overhaul as far as how the game looked and the mechanics and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. They rebooted how it looked. It went from an isometric game to an over-the-shoulder game. Is really what happened.
Isometric and more a lot of QTE on those, right? On some of them.
Right. Whereas this is this became a straight-up action game.
Yeah.
So, it's. Yeah, exactly. The physics in Splinter Cell were amazing. The things you could do. I mean, that stuff was so good. It's kind of like in that vein of Hitman, of those kind of things. Hey, what's up, Rab? I'm sure I've missed a ton. You missed a bunch of Skype issues. Oh. You know, again, I don't know. I still think there's places you can go with the story. And it just seems like they don't want to do that. It just seems like they want to just, I don't know. I'm not.
Well, I mean, who's
for
to say
those,
they're not working on a
for
new
those
IP?
kind of remakes, you can just, farm them out.
Yeah.
And that
Right?
could be happening because Ubisoft has a lot of studios. I mean, look what Coalition, right? They did a remaster of the original Gears of War, right? But they were still working on, was it at the time? Was it Gears 4 or 5? No.
They were working on 4.
So we were still getting a new IP, even though they did a remaster. But I think they must have had another studio kind of help with that. I mean, they could still be working on new IP, but they want to bring this out, make some money, and get some interest buzzing, and then said, "All right, here's a new IP." They make more money, but they got to create a buzz for it. Even though this game is popular, and a lot of us loved it, old school gamers, but there's still a couple generation of gamers out there that had nothing, no attached to it like we do, and they have to get them excited for it. I mean, they over the years, like Final Fantasy, and they've been milking that, right? And other franchises, they've been milking them every year. They make remakes or remasters every platform.
I know, and I know, and I'm not.
That's been a thing forever.
I'm not, and I'm. That's
But
why I brought.
I get what you're saying, but I'm not saying that I agree with.
Well, so
you,
that's why I brought the bigger question on of, is this good for the gaming industry as a whole? That we just keep are we, it's like movies, right? How many times can you remake a movie? Before it just gets old. And I will point to Ghostbusters 2016. That was a remake, right? It wasn't a it was a different take on the movie. It sucked. My wife and I couldn't get 20 minutes through it. And when my wife turns a movie off, that's when it's garbage. Whereas as much as I thought Ghostbusters Afterlife was not as great a movie as I hoped it would be, it was at least a continuation with a new story, new characters. It moves the franchise in the right direction. You could do that and try to bring new people in by moving the story along. So, yeah, Ghostbusters 2016 was a reboot. It was trash. No, you are correct. You are absolutely correct, Dark. That movie was hot doo-doo.
Another point though, where you were saying they need to create hype. The generation actually has been introduced to Splinter Cell in the fashion. He is in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, as well as
True.
well as you're seeing his skins all over the place in what's it called? Like in the Division. So they are familiar with him. They're just not familiar with the game or the character in a more specific way, unless they play Breakpoint, where you actually interact with him.
Yeah. Well, until they put him in Fortnite, then is he really interested? You want to gain hype, you got to put him in Fortnite. That's what everybody else is doing, sir.
That's funny.
You're not going to create enough hype for Splinter Cell. It does for us, right? But
unless they make that a T-rated game, I don't think they're going for that crowd. And I know there are adults that play that, but that's that's a younger kids game.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, this is Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. And then when they get older, they're like, hey, there's a Splinter Cell game. That's what they're doing. That's what Halo,
in 8 years?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's sad for us to think that that's how the younger generation's being introduced to some of these great characters. But, you know, unfortunately, that's just the way they see it to market these characters and hopefully bring those the gamers over to these games, you know, the real game. But,
yeah, I just wish they didn't.
and
break
I
my
agree
heart.
with Rab. It's like these companies could do better about putting older games on modern platforms. It's true, and we've had some bad you know, remakes or remasters in the past because it's all money grab, right? They want to do as little as possible to bring these old games into the newer platforms to make as much money off of it. I mean, look what, you know, the GTA trilogy bullshit. But we've had some remasters where they're done so well that they get nominated for Game of the Year. I mean, they're good games. I mean, you know, bring it up to the modern tech and everything.
Well,
So,
and that's I mean,
I know my daughter got excited with the newer Resident Evil games. So, and she's that new generation. I don't see her playing the old ones. She would not get into it. I mean, even like my daughter who's 8 years old. I mean, some of the old games she's like, eh. I try to introduce her to some of the old school games, but it just doesn't do it for her.
yeah, and I get that. I mean, that's a valid point. You know, I do realize in saying all this that I am strictly being selfish.
No,
Totally.
but that's okay though.
You know, totally selfish.
I mean, better a remake is better than nothing at all, but still, it's disappointing. Maybe that's what it is.
Right, but unless they do something so drastic to the game that it fundamentally changes what I played 19 years ago, I'm not going to buy it. So it did not. It would not have succeeded in its mission if some of us old guys who just want a new Splinter Cell don't buy it. And the fact that, I mean, I thought that I had the original Splinter Cell, and the first one I've got, I think, is Chaos Theory. So for $9, I'm just gonna pick up the original on this deals with gold.
Yeah,
you know.
Pretty sure it's actually $6.
It says 9.
9 Canadian.
I'm close to. It's 12 Canadian. I'm close to clicking the. I'm close to clicking the buy button on it. Actually. But, you know,
Rav says that we did a campaign to get Commander Keen on
I saw
Fortnite.
that. Yes.
Hey, it's not for us, sir. I didn't say it's right. I don't agree with it, but unfortunately, these kids nowadays, that's what they like. Oh, it's a skin. It's a Master Chief skin. It's a, you know, Phoenix skin and Kate. You know, yay.
Oh, back! I just refreshed the page, and now it's down to $5.99.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I was talking
that's instant
about.
buy. I think it might be the countdown sale might be going on.
Ooh, because it literally said $9. Right. It said $9 with gold, and now it says $5.99 with gold.
Yeah, even Splinter Cell Double Agent is $5.99.
That Black Metal Gamer.
I think I have most of them.
Hey, what's up?
You should also make sure you don't have it with through. I mean, the free games for gold.
Yeah, I tell you, I mean, if Microsoft should go to Ubisoft and put this whole freaking franchise in Game Pass.
Yeah.
But you know what? For $5.99, bought, done.
Yeah. Then if it ever goes out of Game Pass, you still have it too.
Yep. Buying that.
But you know, these past couple of years, people kept thinking that, you know, because Splinter Cell's associated with Xbox, that they thought that, you know, if they were going to announce a sequel or whatever, it was going to be announced with Xbox. And that never happened.
I'd also, you know, we also all said, oh man, maybe they're going to buy the IP from
Yeah, you heard people.
No, yeah,
And maybe they
they're not
tried,
buying
and then they were like, "Wait a second, you know."
yeah.
Maybe we should
Obviously
do
this
this.
game's gonna be multi-plat. Nobody's
Oh,
yeah, nobody's doing
No.
no, that's good. Yeah, there's a lot of money on there.
yeah.
No,
I
I
think
actually
that,
played the first
that-
one first on the GameCube. Even played the demo of it out of a Ghost Recon case.
I don't. Yeah, it did come out. It did eventually come out for the GameCube. You're right. But you know, I would try this remake if they put the remake in Game Pass. Because the other thing they're gonna do is they're gonna charge $60-$70 for this game. That's the other rub.
Oh, maybe not though.
You don't think so?
It depends how far they go with it.
Yeah.
If it's a Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 style remake, then I can definitely see that. If they're not trying to come off like Rockstar just did, with what where it's barely an upgrade, then yeah, they've already seen what the community's done to that. Do you really want to be the next person in line for that fiasco?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I could see them charging full price for this. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. And if it's a full remaster, they're gonna charge a full price.
Yeah. I mean, what did they sell Dark Demon Souls for? Wasn't Demon Souls $70 on PS5?
I believe so. Yeah. I believe so.
Yes, I mean it's not out of the realm. It's not out of the realm. So, so given all this, you guys, you think that, and it's gonna be the last on this because I don't want to go around in circles too much, but I have yet to buy a remaster. I have yet to buy a remake because honestly, and like I didn't even buy. I waited till Sleeping Dogs came out on Game Pass before I played it. I don't buy them.
This one I might buy. The KOTOR that they're doing, that's a remake, right?
KOTOR's a remaster.
That's a remaster?
I think it's a hold on.
That.
Hold on, let me
Or is it...
hold on.
Either way, I probably still would be buying it.
Remake.
But I'm
sorry, it's a remake.
See how it, but I will wait to see how it looks first. And and supposedly that's going to be like a time exclusive, right? That really hasn't been. I mean, I know they showed it on the PlayStation State of Play.
Yeah, it's PlayStation only.
For now.
Well, Sony Interactive Entertainment is a creative collaborator in the project.
Yeah.
So,
but if they do a custom PS5, that'd probably be my first PS5.
when Sony says we're not helping to make a game to put it out on a competitor's platform, they mean it. No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Shizno, it might have been Sony's call to charge 70, but they still charge 70. I until I see otherwise, I mean, I'm just saying they could do that. And you've got to make it unless you're going to make it overtly compelling. So, but this continues to be a trend where we're just getting old games remade and remastered.
Yeah.
My final question on this is there a point to where this does become okay, enough, let's get some new games?
Now that they're making good money off of the remasters.
I'm talking about for us, as gamers.
I mean, for me, if you're gonna build it from the ground up, like the Resident Evil games, I think it's okay. If you're just doing visual upgrades, where it's like, okay, let's turn it up from wherever it was, 720p, 1080p, up to 4K, then no, I think we already know that they have software that does that, and I don't think it's necessary to charge a full price for another game, or even if you're charging $10-20 for an upgrade. But if you're gonna go back and, I mean, I'll say it for the one game I actually want to come back, you know, if you're gonna go back and say bring back Skies of Arcadia, and you have to build the game again because there's no copy of it on modern consoles, then yeah, absolutely. I think that's fine as well.
Yeah, I don't mind remakes or remasters if they're done right. And of course, if it's a game that I'm super excited about, like I'll buy it no matter what. Like KOTOR and Splinter Cell, I would definitely play it day one if it's done right. It just all depends what the game is. So I'll be selfish. You know, if it's a game that I really like, I'm okay with it. Now, let me ask you this too, real quick. We're okay. You see that Amico is doing a refresh of old games. You see that in the same way, where a lot of those games have been kind of redone over the years, right? And now we're seeing a refresh for the Amico.
They're more reimagined, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, they're kind of, yeah. I mean, they're kind of doing the same thing, right?
It's a fair question.
Yeah.
Well, no, go ahead, Peter. Go ahead, Peter.
I mean, I wouldn't think that's the same thing. Those are like what I said. They're like reimagined.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
But
like,
the concept,
it's almost
the whole
like
what the game
rebooted.
is about is still pretty much the same. And I love the way they look, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah. No, I get that, and that's a fair question, but I want to back Peter up on this a little bit because he's kind of right. So Missile Command, for example, it's hard to see the picture, I'm sure. But this is not just a remaster or remake of the original game. There's more meat on the bone to this.
No, I agree. Yeah, because there's no way they would be able to sell that well and sell it to young kids if they didn't do a reimagine.
Bringing in more players, having different modes. It's not the same as the original game, but it's a good. I mean, that's a good question. So Jeff's like, you know what? I'm gonna leave. Screw you guys.
Come back for the remaster of the show.
Come back. We're gonna remake the show.
I mean, at the end of the day, it just depends what you want to open your wallet for, and that's what they're gonna make.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought I don't know. It really is just a graphical update for Star Wars Episode 1 Racer on the Xbox One because I love that game from the N64. And even as much as we always want everything to be built from the ground up. If it's that old and they just bring it back and you don't have a way to play those old games, you're going to buy it most likely. And that's what they're counting on, that nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is, the difference between like Missile Command and Splinter Cell is, in order to play Missile Command, you have to find a console from the 1980s, right? You have to find, an Atari 2600 or an Intellivision or a 5200 or an arcade machine. Whereas with Splinter Cell, I just need the game, and I can pop it into my current console and play it. So there's a little bit of a gap, trying to get not just an original copy of Missile Command plus an original console to play it on is a little different, in my view. But another game that Intellivision is doing, which is Biplanes, this is something that's even more unique, as in this was a mini game out of a larger game called Triple Action, and they pulled this out of that original game to make it its own game. So those are kind of the differences in that. And by the way, for 3-bit, these are NFTs.
Yeah.
This is NFT done right, in my opinion. Just saying. But
well, that would be inspired by. That's not a remake.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is you could do,
that game. Yeah.
See, what if you did like a Splinter Cell spinoff? Well, but then it was,
That could happen.
I don't know. I just
Was that
Wasn't it Splinter Cell? How did the story go? Wasn't it his daughter or something? Or is that a different game?
That's a different game. Splinter Cell was always Sam Fisher. He worked for the Echelon.
No, you're thinking of Wolfenstein. That's why you play as the daughter.
Yeah,
maybe
Wolfenstein.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm sure Splinter Cell probably might go that route too.
Dark says Samantha Fisher.
Another one that was done well, a trilogy, was Mass Effect, and that was a remake, but that was received very well.
Was that a remake though?
Yeah, I thought they weren't really remastered; they were just remade, updated, kind of polished and stuff. But it was done well.
The Legendary Edition.
Yeah. Came with 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those were remasters because there was nothing. Yeah, those were remasters, and then
They were remasters.
Yes, and then included all of the DLC.
So that was done right.
Those were straight up remasters because those were simply graphical updates.
Oh, okay, that's right. Remake is a ground up and then remaster.
Yeah, and right on the site, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition includes single-player based content and over 40 DLC from the highly acclaimed Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3 games, including promo weapons, armors, and packs, remastered and optimized for 4K Ultra HD. So that's what they did there. They gave it new graphics, new textures, that kind of thing. They didn't build it with a new engine or anything like that, or change the story or anything.
Yeah.
Do
you think Ubisoft is doing this in response to Perfect Dark?
That's a good question, but
Perfect
Dark is not a remake. Perfect Dark's
it's
a reboot,
right?
That's
a
reboot.
reboot. Yeah.
But still, stealth genre, there's not much there, and they saw the excitement that everybody had for it coming back.
Perhaps. But I'll also say that we haven't seen anything since last year on Perfect Dark. Last year's E3.
They've been dark.
Or was it E3 or was it Game Awards last year? Might have been
Game
Game
Awards
Awards
this
last year. Was it E3 this year? It's on our Okay, it's on our channel trailer. I should know that.
Yeah.
I know it's on our channel trailer. Hang on.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Because last the Game Awards, they
Now, see, that's a good question. So Mega Myke says, what about Halo CE and Halo 2 Anniversary? Do I consider those remakes though? Because it is the same game. It's the exact same game. And you can switch back and forth between the old graphics and the new graphics. Like in real time. So I don't know. You got
What's Splinter Cell Firewall?
Sounds like a mobile game.
I found it on Wikipedia. It says 2022. Firewall is written by James Swallow and
A book?
will feature.
Oh, it's a book.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it's a book.
And will feature Sarah Fisher helping her father Sam Fisher. There you go. Reboot. Bam.
There you go.
Well,
see?
no, that's the sequel. That
right,
that will
it's a
be the
sequel.
reboot after
Right,
this.
So that's it.
This is how you can reboot it.
Exactly. You do that nowadays anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's coming out in paperback March 1st, 2022. You can buy it on Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Means you
right?
probably already have the story in hand.
Yeah. Veteran 4th Echelon Agent Sam Fisher has a new mission recruiting and training the next generation of Splinter Cell operatives for the NSA's Covert Action Division, including his daughter Sarah. But when a lethal assassin from Fisher's past returns from the dead on a mission of murder, father and daughter are thrust into a race against time as a sinister threat to global security is revealed. A dangerous cyber warfare technology known as Gordian Sword, capable of crashing airliners, destroying computer networks, and plunging entire cities into darkness, is being auctioned off to whichever rogue state makes the highest bid. Sam and Sarah must call on their very singular set of skills to neutralize Gordian's sword and stop the weapon falling into the wrong hands at any cost. Now, see that's there it is. There's your new spin.
Sounds like a
There's
good plot to a video game.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you still get Sam Fisher, hands the torch to his daughter.
Right. And a new
You get a co-op as well.
reboot is
Well, who's to
born.
say they're not
Right,
working
and
on
you
that?
get you get a co-op game at that.
There you go.
Who's to say they're not? One thing I will say that I think, I'm trying to remember what other game it was, like Coalition. They did the remake or the remaster of the original Gears. I think sometimes when you have a studio, you might have a couple of old school guys that worked on the original game, but you have new devs there. I think sometimes it helps them if they do a remake or remaster of an original game before they move on to a new sequel or a new reboot. I think it helps them to where they can kind of get an understanding of what that game is about and get, of course, get feedback from gamers so that when they do a sequel, they have a better idea, that plus the remake, remaster will help fund the new game. Regardless of how much money Ubisoft has, I'm sure they don't mind making some extra money to offset the cost of a new IP or sequel. So,
I don't know.
Just one way I think of it too.
I understand that, and I don't know. It just also means that game is going to come a long time from now.
Yep.
And so those of us waiting for a new game now have to keep waiting.
Yeah.
Like I said, don't worry, it'll come out before GTA 6.
Long as it doesn't come out before the Halo campaign co-op. I am gonna milk that joke for every dime I can milk it for.
just keep playing that multiplayer. Be all right.
Yep, indeed.
You can.
So we'll play it on Legendary once it comes out.
Yep. Yep. No. You are absolutely right. That is the plan. So
I had a lot of fun playing the Halo Legendary with Cybernox and a couple of my friends.
Yeah, I mean it's challenge. Me doing Legendary by myself, hell no.
Oh.
I'm chicken shit.
No.
But I'll
Yeah.
do it with the co-op, and I enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's
We're all
challenging.
going to
Legendary.
suffer together, not alone.
That's right. Legendary is for friends.
Yeah.
Yes, not for masochists and stupid people. So sorry to anybody who actually plays it on Legendary, who is better at it than I will ever be.
Yeah.
So. All right, I think we've done well here. I'm ready to move forward if you guys are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
did 2 hours on one topic.
No, and this is a great topic. This is what I'd like to think that us doing things like this don't, and again, no shade thrown at anybody else, but Dark CMF said earlier in the night there are way too many podcasts, and rather than just talk about the same news that everyone else talks about all the time, you want to hear 20 different opinions on the same thing. It's why we didn't do a recap of why we're not doing a recap of the video game awards. We talked about it on last Thursday. If you want to see what our thoughts are, go back and watch that. But instead of just talking about, the remake itself, we wanted to do something different and talk about remakes in general. We hope that you guys enjoy just something a little different. And again, you guys in the chat, I mean, spent that hour talking with us about this. So you guys help make us have this wonderful time. I thoroughly enjoyed this discussion, boys. I really did.
Yep.
So let's move on. And what is next? Go ahead. I'm ready on the trigger.
20 years of Xbox.
20 years of Xbox.
Oh.
So I started watching the Power On series. Now I'm only a few episodes in, because I've been busy. But I have to say that I first off, this is a really well done series. This and I'm thoroughly enjoying it on a couple of levels. As you guys know, NLG was born really from deciding to cover the Xbox and cover the PlayStation, eventually the GameCube when it came out, and then continuing on covering consoles.
Up, Noof?
Oh, brother Noof! Boom, boom, kaboom!
Hey,
is in
Noof.
the house. Oh wait, hey Peter, look.
Yeah.
Dark says, on the surface I cringe, but I actually really enjoyed Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Nice.
We are still Peter and I are still actually making our way through that in the co-op. We stream it once in a while when we feel like doing something a little different. It's a solid game. It's not the best game in the series. There are definitely, as Peter and I both know,
There's some
definitely
design flaws.
There are definitely some design flaws, but we have a lot of fun playing it co-op. A lot of fun. So getting back to this, I felt like this not only was well done from a production standpoint, but especially these first couple episodes when you're talking about the Xbox. NLG, like I said, was born from covering the Xbox. For those of you in the chat who are kind of new to our show, who don't know my history, I was senior editor for a site called Dreamcast HQ. I got my start in game journalism covering the Dreamcast for Sega. When Sega went multi-platform and scuttled their hardware department, a couple of us from a couple of us from Dreamcast HQ that we met together decided to keep going because we really like doing this, and I created Next Level Gaming, and I brought them with me. I had one co-founder that's still around. His name is Sean Foster. I had another co-founder, Chris Wilson. I haven't seen him in many, many years, but you know, NLG was a website that started back in 2000. And so I remember a lot of this. I remember their first E3 when we got to see this thing up close. I didn't get the chance to see it. We never went to GDC or anything like that, but I remember that E3 2001 when they were launching this sucker. And a lot of what they said in these first couple of episodes about how Microsoft was perceived to bring this console out, I can tell you that's all true. Like I said, I will never forget going into Konami's booth and talking with my Konami rep. And he literally told me, I don't know why Microsoft is making a video game console. This thing's going to crash and burn. He said, Sony, you don't go up against Sony. Sony's the king of the market. I don't know why he said, look what they did to Nintendo. Look what they did to Sega. Microsoft? And he's like, there's no way Microsoft's going to succeed at this. This was the going feeling with a lot of publishers. Now, they got talked into it, but not talked into it, but they got convinced and they started putting games out, but nobody gave them a chance in hell. So all of that consternation that they talk about in this series is real. And it's just really wild to see some of the things in these videos that I remember seeing, I remember being at, I remember covering. And so this has given me such great nostalgia. And I haven't gotten to the 360 part yet. The episodes on the 360. This is still Xbox. Like I said, I'm on episode 3. And it just brings back memories for me. So how far have you guys gotten into it?
I watched all episodes.
Okay. How about you guys?
I loved hearing about the obviously the console itself, but also about Halo. That was like kind of like embarrassing, their first showings. It was like low frame rate and graphical glitches and crashes and other stuff, and then they locked themselves in a room and nobody could go in. And then finally, they came with a pretty damn good Halo.
Yeah, they did. Oh, they did. And also, and Dark, I was just about to say it, and Dark said it for me. Remove the gaming aspect for a second. Think about if you watch this first episode and you look at the guys who wanted to do this: Robbie Bach, Ed Fries, James Blackley, all gamers, right? And all people. There's such a passion for this. To have to convince Bill Gates that, we want to make a game console. That's and to go into battle against the DirectX team, right? But there's also something about this that people don't understand. Yeah, the CE team.
Yeah.
Right, the CE team versus DirectX team. But one of the things that people don't realize is that when you watch this, Microsoft really was afraid of what Sony could do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they started talking about the PlayStation 2 replacing PCs, that got Bill Gates' attention.
Yeah.
No. Chris, back, how far did you guys get into this?
I did not watch. I have not watched it yet.
Dang.
All right.
Damn.
But
Yeah, I haven't
I
watched
do
it.
remember some stuff. So sorry, Pat.
No, you're good.
All right. Well,
But yeah, I haven't
spoiler
watched
alert.
it either. But I was talking a little bit about it with Lord Cognito last night when we were playing Destiny 2 together. That it was kind of impressive. He talked about the amount of transparency they showed all throughout it,
Mhm.
even that he had watched the part where they talked about the Red Ring of Death situation. And they even go down to the point of going on the assembly line and showing everything exactly what went wrong in that entire situation, as far as, you know, it just how big of a mess it really was.
Yeah. And I haven't gotten that far yet, so I haven't gotten to the red ring.
Well, it's
You know-
nice too. Yeah, even the Don Metric was part of this documentary
Yeah, I saw that he
thing.
was there.
They brought in a bunch of people that it was nice to see Peter Moore
Yeah.
in there. You know, it was nice to see them pull people that aren't with the company anymore that came back to talk about this stuff.
And
I love
that's been done in a certain way where I forgot who it was. I think what's his name from IGN. I think he had Seamus on, he had Phil, and he had. Did he have Peter
you're
Moore?
talking about when he had Peter
Yeah, Peter,
Peter,
Seamus
Phil.
Backley, and
Did he have
Phil.
Seamus on that one?
Yeah, he did.
All right, because I know he had Peter, he had Phil.
Yeah.
You
He
might be
definitely
right.
did not have Don Patrick.
No,
that time.
did
I
not.
think Don was like, "I'm out of here. Gotta go."
Yeah.
So,
you know,
but it is interesting because when I do remember back then when Xbox did first come out announcing they were bringing an Xbox coming into the gaming market, and I was like, "Huh?" You know, because I've always thought of them as Windows and PC, and yeah, they've had some PC games, but I thought it was strange because during that time, I was mainly playing on PS1 and PS2, or I played on PC and Nintendo, GameCube and 64. So I didn't jump on the Xbox right away, but I wasn't also on Sega either. My brother was all about Sega, but and I remember seeing somewhere where one of them, I don't know if it was Seamus or whatever, that did say when they were talking about how, like you said, they were worried about Sony getting into the PC market, and because PS2s were successful and they were in, they're in a lot of homes, right? And if Sony was successful with it, the games will help reach the youth, right? And as they grow older, they probably would be more, hey, I'd rather stick with Sony with PC and their stuff rather than Microsoft, right? So Microsoft had to do something about it.
absolutely. And Bill Gates saw that. That
Yeah.
was why he didn't just shrug it off.
But they were looking at it more as, okay, here's the gaming system, but we want to bring the Windows into everybody's home, right?
Right.
I mean, back then it was all about Windows, really.
Right. And that's what they sold it on to
Uh-huh.
Steve Ballmer and Bill
Yeah.
Gates. So, and see, I'm with Dark. I know we're getting into Matrick a little bit ahead to Matrick, but he said, I felt even on that day they had the proper vision, but Matrick was a horrible public face. Matrick said a bunch of things wrong, no doubt, and so did Larry Herb. You know, Major Nelson is not blameless in that E3 debacle, but the vision that he had for what he wanted the Xbox One to be is what's going on now.
Yeah.
It's what is happening right now. and you know, everybody who cried, "Oh, you can't change the industry like this. We want our games just like they were in the 80s." You know, all of a sudden those people got dragged along, and now it's like commonplace for everyone.
Yeah.
So,
I do still miss the snap feature though.
I do too. Canoe says Matrick was the fall guy for a lot of bad boardroom decisions. You know.
Yeah, because it wasn't all him. He didn't really have full control.
No, he did not. I forgot who he reported to at the time.
It not Myerson, was it? Was he still?
Was it Terry Myerson?
As far as, yeah, I've heard that name. That's who Phil had a report to.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he was still there even when Don Matrick.
They got Terry Myerson the hell out of there as fast as they could. Did. That's a good question. I don't know who he reported to.
Yeah.
I'm looking
but
now.
That during that second half of the 360, Don Matrick did do a lot of good things where the focus was, you know, bringing new IP, the Call of Duties, and, you know, saying, hey, you want to play Call of Duty? You want to play it on Xbox, right? But towards the end, I know you guys like to connect, but I thought there was too much emphasis on the connect towards the end. And it seemed like there was a lack of games there towards the end. But I mean, we did get a lot of good stuff, like there
was a lack of first party. There was definitely a lack of first party.
It was.
You know, but he got a lot of third party stuff, and it looks like so. Yeah. According to this, he reported directly to Steve Ballmer. So when they, I'm looking up Terry Myerson now to see where Terry Myerson came into the picture.
I wonder if he came in the picture for the Xbox One, because Ballmer was already gone by then, wasn't he?
No, from the Xbox One side?
Or he was there right at the end, beginning of Xbox One, and then he went off, you know, he wasn't CEO anymore?
I don't remember when he left. All right, so 2015 is when Myerson became head of the devices group, Windows and Device Group. So by 2015, I think by that time, by that time, Matrick was of course gone, and Phil Spencer. So Phil Spencer reported to Myerson. I remember that.
Yeah.
So, and then and he left in 2018.
Yeah. What's cool about this is that for them to have this deal to show the human side of the people that started Xbox and what they've done since then and all the mistakes that happened. It helped Microsoft and Xbox very open. We don't get that. We've had a little bit of that from Sega, right? USA, maybe recently. I don't know, you know, where there's a couple shows like on Netflix or whatever where they talk about gaming from back then, and they did talk to a couple people from Sega and Nintendo that worked back then, but I mean, would you see something like this from Nintendo and Sony,
No.
where they're open about? I mean, they're typically Japanese companies, they're very closed. They
Yeah.
don't want to reveal a lot of things,
No.
even if it's 50 years ago.
No, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Even when PlayStation was celebrating, its 20th anniversary, I don't remember anything like this. So, and I'm interested to see how they, especially now that I'm reading the chat, how they portray Don Matrick in this series.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I would like to see that. Yeah, but he was on there, right? I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't want to be, agree to be on there if he was going to be portrayed as the one that almost killed Xbox. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'd
Right.
put him in that light.
I don't give him as much crap as other people do. I mean, he made mistakes, but
yeah.
The vision that Microsoft had,
A lot of people could not see their vision
because they couldn't.
and they're being
No.
a lot of people are sorry to say that, but dumb.
Yeah.
I know,
to say it
but
bluntly.
Microsoft made the consummate mistake that you never make, that in that you allow your competition to define you.
Well,
right?
yeah.
And that's what Sony did in their E3 press conference. Without even mentioning Microsoft's name, they defined what the Xbox One was, which was an overpriced, underpowered system that would take ownership away from you of your games. And Microsoft couldn't explain what their system did. Like, there was going to be this great supposed sharing system, but everybody speculated, but nobody could explain what that was, right? Nobody could explain why the system was $100 more expensive than the PlayStation 4. Nobody would explain why the Kinect was an integral part of the system. Nobody would explain.
I mean, they should have thrown the Kinect in.
Exactly.
Eat that cost.
Yep.
But
that's it.
When they first revealed the Xbox One, and I saw it, I was excited. I understood the whole all-in-one entertainment, because the tail end of the 360 with the whole new OS and all that, we were already using the 360 to be on Netflix and certain things, apps and whatever. So it made sense to me that the Xbox One was going to expand on that. And I didn't do the Kinect on the 360. But when I saw they were putting the Kinect in with the Xbox One, and hey, you could be able to use it to do this and the voice command and all that, I was kind of excited, because I was like, hey, that's new for me, and I'm looking forward to. That's like, that's like the latest, newest tech, and I'm all about that stuff. So I understood a lot of that, what they were saying. Maybe because I'm an older gamer, and I'm all about new tech. But there are people out there, they just want a game.
Right.
Maybe they're not,
a lot of
but I think they over exaggerated the whole DRM, and they try to demonize it because people were mad because the Xbox One was $100 more.
I mean, in the end, it's like, when a customer looks at it, it's like, I mean, even, I mean, now it's kind of hard to see because of supply constraints as well.
Yeah.
Yes, there's that.
But still, like, these Series S's, they're flying off the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah,
because it's $299.
Exactly.
And let's be honest. Everybody flinched in 2013 because there were reports that EA was totally on board with what Microsoft was doing, as were other publishers. and everybody was going to go that route. But when Sony decided they were gonna hold firm, EA flinched, other publishers flinched, and Microsoft had no choice but to flinch because they couldn't explain why this was so important. And that was their downfall.
Yeah, they had trouble with the message in there, and they did. I think they got caught off guard what PlayStation did, and plus the way the media reacted. Also, they jumped on it and they just kind of harped on it, and it just made it worse. And gamers saw that and they're like,
right. And they had no answer. It's like the Kinect thing. The Kinect is spying on you. They had no answer for that.
Yeah, that was dumb. Yeah.
Right.
I actually used to put mine face down when I wasn't using it. And I knew it probably wasn't doing that, but I still did it anyways.
Sure. because you got convinced. Sorry, they could. Because Microsoft couldn't tell you anything, so you got convinced that it really was spying on you. And Microsoft never came out and specifically said, guys, no, there's no way that this is going to result in anything other than you using it with the console. And Noof is right. Funny that most of Xbox failures were the result of them pushing the envelope and trying to be industry innovators instead of copycat reactive crowd. And they've always been the innovators.
Well, they were in the beginning, but remember in that second half of the PS3 and the Xbox 360, they were copying what Nintendo Wii had, because the Nintendo Wii with the motion control was popular, and they sold a shitload of those, right? So both the PlayStation and Xbox copied the whole motion deal gaming.
Right, and where Microsoft took the extra step was taking the Kinect and using it to do things like turning on your Xbox and signing in.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. They did. They expanded on it. And they did get a lot of praise for it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the original Elite sold a shitload. Didn't it also get something like Tech of the Year, or it won an award for,
the original Kinect is in the Guinness Book of World Records as the fastest and best-selling video game accessory of all time. And then I remember, I just remember that when developers used it, it had some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like playing Dead Rising 3 and knowing that if you made a sound, right? You're sitting there, you're playing the game, and you coughed.
Yeah.
And that made the zombies find you, right? I
remember a video where they were looking at a Forza game, Motorsport, where you could use your head tracking.
Right.
So if you want to look to the right or left, I thought that was cool, but they never went through with it.
Right.
It was like a demo.
I mean, that's like Dance Central and Just Dance. Those are the,
Yeah.
I still play Dance Central.
I mean,
on my 360.
That game still supports the Kinect. Granted, the Kinect you can't use it on your series consoles, which, Phil, if you're listening, get that thing to work, please. The heck.
Right.
It's like, why not? That's.
Well, why not just come up with a new camera that can,
Well,
already have all that.
Give us
They
a
don't
new.
want to do that.
Yeah.
Even at that rate, even if they came up with a software solution, I mean, look at us all right here on the podcast. We all have webcams.
Yeah.
I mean, we know there's AI tracking software.
Yeah. Well, the
Okay,
Kinect
sure.
did much more, right? It also had the infrared and other stuff and skeleton stuff. But I mean, why couldn't that work on the series consoles? You even have more horsepower to support those games. I mean, it's one thing that you don't, that no new games will be made, but at least, it should play old games.
One of my favorite games to play as my kids was Fantasia. Music Evolved.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
That's another thing.
It was absolutely awesome. And I watched my kids play Zoo Tycoon. And I remember
feeding the animals and stuff.
Yep, you could feed the animals. You could walk up. Yeah. You could walk up to a hose, and you could, use your hands to hose the animals off. I mean, there were legitimate good things that the Kinect did, and Microsoft just the one thing that they just couldn't do was they didn't stick to their guns. If you're gonna go down, because they went down. They went down hard, right? Until the Series X, until the 1X, right? They went down like a sinking ship. They should have gone down swinging,
Yeah.
That's what should have happened. They should have been like, you know what? If we're gonna fail on this, let's fail going down with what we believe in. And they didn't.
You mean like Sega, the Dreamcast?
Yeah. At least Sega went down.
No, I'm glad they didn't go out fighting like that. They had to kind of like, well, we're gonna have to pause on this, kind of retool, and and look where we're at now. But hopefully, they're in a good position. Hopefully, they can look at bringing a new camera into play as optional and bringing it.
I think they're never going to do that again.
They may never, but never say never.
I think Phil.
But if they do, it won't be the focus. It won't be like, hey,
Nah,
Phil's the one that canceled that Kinect, so.
Yeah. And Phil is the one who is refusing to do VR. All right.
For now, because they want to focus on Game Pass and improving.
Just have somebody else provide the VR solution.
Right.
Wow.
Remember the whole thing with who was it?
Oculus.
Was it Oculus?
Yeah.
That was the talk of Oculus or Samsung or
they could
HP. People thought they were, right, and maybe they will at some point. But
Seth's got an Oculus.
They want a high quality solution to VR,
a smaller version,
that's
wireless,
accessible to the average consumer.
Yeah.
Not one that costs double what your console costs. Like even the Series X, you're talking about right now VR.
Yeah. What about the Quest?
Outside of the fact that it's niche, it's very expensive.
The Quest 2 is real good.
Yeah,
I think that's a big improvement.
Seth's got one for Hanukkah, and he loves it.
They're getting more popular. I've seen more and more people, buying them.
He loves it.
But now at least, it's kind of disconnected from your Facebook account. So.
Is it? Yeah, it is now. Yeah,
So that would actually be a selling point if Microsoft made their own.
Well, now it's called the Meta Quest anyway. It's the dumbest
shit as ever.
Yeah.
Same thing as Google with the alphabet.
Right.
Also dumb.
That's where everybody's going, sir.
Meta.
Nobody wants to be in the real world. They're just gonna put on the headset and go in the metaverse and interact with people there.
Oh my God. You know who's angry? Meta World Peace. I mean, I just there's ways to, but I guess the point is, Phil's not getting into that. He's not bringing a new camera out. He's I will
I don't think
go
they're doing
on
a new camera or Kinect type deal, but they might say, hey, this camera over here is optional. You can add it. There's a software deal where
I'm pretty sure you could add, because remember, for streamers, you can add a webcam for when you were doing Twitch and Mixer streaming. So of course.
Yeah, plugged one in.
They're just gonna leave it to third party
before and done that.
To deal with that. Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot. I totally forgot. Lady Ventress got the Rona. Relic's been home all week because he had to quarantine because his wife got corona. So I hope she's doing all right. I hope she's feeling okay. I think I remember remember him saying it was mild, so like a cold.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So-
she did okay, and more gaming time for him.
That's right. So, well,
Even mild
Relic,
is really
your
nasty
son,
because I've had that before.
your son was playing Halo with us the other night, so maybe him and you could get on with us this weekend. So, Seth's going camping. I have a birthday party to go to Saturday night, but I'll be home in time to Halo. So,
Halo.
yeah.
Like you look at Sony PSVR, they've done well, right?
They have done
but
well.
It's not. But have you noticed they're still gonna they're still gonna have an updated PSVR, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Still coming. But and I guess maybe right now because it's not out yet. But you don't see a lot of PSVR top. It's not at the forefront anymore. I mean, it's there, right? You do get some VR games for free monthly.
Didn't they shut down one of their studios that was dedicated to VR?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
I don't know. Yeah, did they? I don't know.
But it's not at the forefront anymore. It's not like a big thing. But
But-
it's there. It's part of it. They're still supporting it. I think they've done a good job with it. So
But on the
But
same
here's the difference
token-
also. It's Sony. It's like, you know, or Microsoft. If it doesn't make a ton of money, it's a failure.
Right. No,
And
you're
with
they
Sony,
cancel
it's
it.
not necessarily like, you know, no, it's not an automatic failure.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
no, I give them credit. They've stuck with the PSVR. I'm sure they put a lot of money into it. I think they made a lot of money, but I don't think they made as much as they hoped.
I don't know.
At
Especially
least
if
their
they're
seed is
especially if they're
planted,
making
you know, they have something.
especially
True, but I mean, you still have the third party like Oculus. What was the other one? But they've kind of done a little bit better, I think.
The
Vive?
HTC Vive.
Uh,
No, I haven't seen that one yet. The new one?
they actually have that at Dave and Buster's of all places, a Vive, where you could play the Vader game. The thing is though, if it wasn't success, and this goes to Peter's point, exactly to Peter's point. The fact is, they're making a PS5 VR. They haven't deemed it a failure.
No,
they've
I'm not saying they have.
You know,
They haven't.
whereas Microsoft is never going to do Kinect again. They have because they just have no. You know, this is still something that they don't do. Is if something doesn't hit, they just abandon it. You know, and that's something that they need to. That's still something they need to fix.
No, true. And
but
hopefully.
they got better at it because, you know, now that's, you know, the Xbox is more on the same table as everybody else in Microsoft. They, you know,
Yeah.
their OSs and Office and other stuff. So but still, it's like,
I don't know. I would like to see. I don't know. I
Kinect 3.0.
I would love to see a new Kinect. I really would. And
I think
guess-
the AR is that's been successful, but that's more on the business side.
Yeah, business and
Used for other-
military. That's even
Yeah.
more expensive than VR at this point.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's been
And
successful.
even less
for them on that
successful.
end.
Like some of that stuff, you need a backpack, the laptop. Yeah, with the laptop in it just to run
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and that's why they really couldn't adapt it over to gaming. I mean, phones they already do that, right? They have the software where your phone can play it like an AR game, you know, in your house and all that. I mean, look at, you know, Myke, you guys, the Switch for the new that Mario Circuit. I saw that y'all were showing that in your deal with Seth,
Mhm.
and yeah, I mean that looks great.
That's fun.
And
That's fun.
I could see Xbox doing that with the cloud. people with mobile, they might have a mobile game where they can play like an AR.
That could, I mean, AR could be something different.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say never. I just think that Xbox had to do a 180. They needed to kind of rebuild the foundation, put themselves on the right track to be successful. So if they do implement some kind of camera or maybe they do decide, okay, we're ready for VR, that I think they'll be in a better position for it.
And again, that's if they want to do it.
Yeah.
It's not so. It's
And
just
that's if
not
the market
something-
is also demanding it to the point where they can't ignore it. They're like, well, I don't think the VR market is growing, but I don't think enough to where they feel like they have to. I think they're in a position where they're probably still doing research and development and still, looking at it, and when they're ready and the time is ready for the market. I think right now their focus is on the cloud and the ecosystem, Game Pass and all that.
I agreed. I agreed. I don't know. Connect will always be a sore subject with me.
Yeah.
Peter, did in this deal, did they say anything about VR or anything?
No, I don't think so. They mentioned the Connect, but that it was more successful in outside of the Xbox.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, it was. They got implemented in a lot of businesses.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
well, but they showed the stuff, they showed like the 360 Connect and people, and showed that it was the fastest selling accessory, and showed some of the game. Remember that raft multiplayer with the raft where I mean, that was just
Oh yeah, Connect Adventures.
Yeah, it's like
we still have that upstairs. I still have the Xbox 360 Connect hooked up upstairs to the 360. I still play Dance Central. I still use it to sign into the Xbox 360 because you wave and it picks you up. I still use it.
Oh, quick shout out to 108 for the $2 super chat. Hey, my GOG brothers.
Lemon.
What's up, brother
Lemon in the house.
Dude, we were talking about your free for all the other day. I think it was yesterday. Your free for all with King and hip hop and clowns.
Yeah, I agree, Relic.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a nice big show that he got. It was cool to see that for him.
Yeah. Oh, and he'll be available for VR for Halo this weekend. So, all right. So, because I'm destined to not keep us for 3.5 hours, 4 hours this time. Anybody who hasn't seen the series yet, it's called Power On. Go to the Xbox YouTube channel. I highly recommend it. I'm only three in, but again, as an older guy who covered the Xbox as an old game journalist back in the day, it just brought back a lot of memories, and it made me go back and start looking at some of my old, articles and some of the old stuff that if you go to archive.org and you put in nlgaming.com, you can see all that old Xbox stuff. It just gave me a lot of nostalgia. So, I've appreciated it. I always credit the Xbox and Microsoft for NLG being where we were, because they were the first ones to take a little. And this is something that you wouldn't expect from a big company, because Nintendo certainly didn't do it. Microsoft took small sites like ours seriously, and they helped us, and they got us. They are a reason that we were able to do what we were able to do. And without them supporting us at the very beginning, we wouldn't have been able to do the things that we could do and cover things the way we were able to cover. We wouldn't have been able to do previews. We wouldn't have gotten review code. You know, we wouldn't have gotten. I'd have never. You know, look, I would never have had broken bread with guys like Peter Moore. You know, and there's one guy who's still in the industry today. His name is Arnie Meyer. He's currently the PR. Actually, just got promoted. He's now the hell is he? He's director of marketing or PR or some for Naughty Dog. And he was at the time my Microsoft rep, and just an awesome guy. So yeah, he's vice president at Naughty Dog. So
hey, I got a wheel spin ready, and sharing the screen. Want to do one real quick?
A surprise wheel spin.
Surprise wheel spin. Everybody that's been in the show, I'm gonna do 2 wheel spins.
Let me see if I can. Can I share this? Is the question?
I thought we've done that before. So when I clicked on the deal to share it.
Let me see. I think you have to share it. I think you have to share it on yours.
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah,
yours. Okay. Oh, but you know what? It's not coming through the camera.
Do I need to turn off my camera?
No. Well, try it. Try turning your camera off. See if it goes to the shared screen. It does not. So let me do this. You know what? Let me do this. You turn your camera back on. I'm going to take a shot at this. This is either going to work really well or it's going to suck. But if I do a window capture, and I capture, can I capture? No, it's not letting me do that. I want to do a. How do we do this?
I don't know, because the other week,
You can
Axel
share
did it.
screen.
Yeah,
He
Axel
did.
did it. I did it.
He did,
Yeah.
but
Right
the
now, I
shares,
did it. Yeah.
You just
The
have to make
shares-
them big.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I got him. He's in one side and his screen share is on the other. But I don't think you can do that with NDI. That's, I think, what the problem is. So I don't quite know how to make that work. Give me a second. Let me see. If only there was a way to do a. If there was a way to do.
What's the point of having a share screen if we can't?
Because it's not picking up your share screen, it's picking up your camera.
But Axel did it.
Maybe he needs to point his camera to his screen.
Let me see. Oh, wait. I got it. Hold on. I see how to do it. Get rid of that. And we are going to, so instead of you, I'm going to switch the NDI source to shared screen. See if that works. There. All right.
Cool.
Okay, so, except it's really, really small. But this is, what do you want from me?
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do
Miracles.
2 wheel spins, and each one would be for like a $25 gift card.
Okay, I have an
Other
idea.
choice.
I have an idea.
And I believe I got everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. But I've been going through the show, adding people. So
Cool. All right, here we go. So,
all right.
have at it. So
All
this
right,
is
first
for
will
this
spin.
is for what?
Gift card of their choice, $25. We're gonna do 2 will spins.
All right. This is everybody.
And if they want a merch or a gift card, let me know.
All right.
Like an NLG shirt or hat or a gift card.
All right. Good luck, everybody who is in there.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody that's joined us and it's been here throughout and awesome chat on the discussions that we've had. So we really appreciate you guys. So here we go.
Wait. Stop.
I can spin it again.
Stop. You missed Lupa.
Sorry, Graphic God. I thought I put her in there.
No, I don't see Lupa. We don't see Dark CMF.
I thought I had him in there.
No.
Yeah, there's Dark
Dark
CMF.
CMF. I do see Dark CMF. We got Shizno. We got Jeff, De Niro, Bro, Mega Myke,
Sorry, Sister
Lance
Lupa.
Born, Foxy, Ventress,
She's not going to come back to the
Nile.
show.
Back, Lupa, Lemon, Relic, Noof, Paste, BMG, Rab, Purple Bam 3. And I'm scrolling up the chat, folks. Don't worry. In case we missed anybody. Ventures. So it's funny. Relic has 3 chances to win because all 3 of his family are in there. Him, Mega Myke, and Lady Ventress. Brian F. Aw. Dark, we're enjoying having you, man. You've been on fire. No, Skype didn't explode. This was actually just trying to figure out how to do the shared screen. We got this. And Jago. Don't forget Jago.
Oh, Jago popped in?
Jago
who?
Ooh.
Yeah. Sorry, I got to delete you.
Ooh. Did you get Brian F?
I don't see Brian F.
Yep, get Brian F.
I would have had. Oh wait, I have back in there. Back, you can still win because you were the first one in. So you might win. You might be the first one to win while on the show.
No, he'll be the second time. He won merch from us.
Yeah, that's right. That's probably about to win.
I think we've got everybody.
Okay.
I'm just triple checking here. Okay. All right. I think we got everybody.
All right.
The Fastback blocked me. Is that why he can't see me? Okay. There you go.
Ready? All right. First will spin. And then whoever wins, I'll delete them off. They don't win again. Sorry. Here we go. Oh,
that's Jago.
For
yeah,
so
but
Jago's
but since you blocked him, he can't win. All right.
Yeah.
So Jago, congratulations. You have
Jago,
won.
DM me. You want a gift card, $25 gift card, or merch, hat, shirt? Let me know, brother.
All right. Oh wait a minute.
What?
DM him that Cody won't read it. All right.
All right.
Poor
That's
Lupa. Lupa said she's never won. She said could not win a piss up at a brewery.
And delete Jago. You're out. Can't win this
Jago,
game.
hold on. Whoa. Jago's still in there.
What? Who?
He's still in there. Did you put him in twice?
Did I? I just deleted him.
All right, he's gone.
Did I have him in there twice?
Okay, you can't run the wheel spins anymore.
Hey, I was trying to help you out. So while you're running the show, I was gonna, be proactive.
All
All
right,
right.
second
Oh,
spin.
second spin.
Come on, Lupa.
Let's see if you speak again.
Dinero.
Dinero, pre-meadow.
Dinero.
Congratulations,
All right.
brother.
All right, so there are
Coming.
your two winners.
I appreciate you coming in the shows, giving us sarcastic remarks. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, cool. So that is that. Appreciate everybody, and hopefully we'll get back to doing a little bit more of these. We've kind of missed a couple of the past few shows, so but we will get back to it.
All right. So before we roll out, we want to do our one last topic. It's to be a short one, but this is
Oh yeah, it's gonna be very short.
Yes, have at it.
All right.
Oh, let me get Chris back on.
Yeah, like get him back. Get
Yeah.
him
But
back.
now we know how to do that. That's see, I can't abandon Skype just yet. Because we figured out that's actually pretty cool. So now anytime you guys want to share something, we could do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Is he back? He's back. All right.
He's back.
Put my camera back there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very short topic. Peter and the Switch. Does it have anything down there? Because it's cut off. But
I know. I don't know why it's cut off. I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know what the hell is going on. You know, I feel like this is OBS. So, all right, is that any better? Hold on, let me see.
maybe now my window down here. Snap. Oh, maybe it's down here. Okay, there it
is. Okay, let me bring this up for you.
Okay, it's still cut off a little bit, but
all right, I give up.
yeah. So I got an email from Nintendo. Yay! And it says 2021 Nintendo Switch year in review. I got excited. So check out a snippet of your playtime with the Nintendo Switch system this year. So scroll down and then it says, ta-da, your most played games. I see Pac-Man 99. It's like, yeah, I think I fired up. And then it says 0 hours. I guess I must not have played a full hour. So that's my most played game. And I scroll down and I see other ones. Luigi's Mansion 3, 0 hours. Super Nintendo Entertainment System, 0 hours. Last year it was. Well, and then it lists like Animal Crossing, 37 hours. Luigi's Mansion, 10 hours and 9 hours. So I guess a total of you played for 1 hours. Last year you played for 65 hours. I had a good chuckle out of that one.
That is funny.
And apparently I played 4 games, but not very long.
Oh my goodness. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta turn it on more.
I do, because there's like the 25 days of giving or whatever, one of the let me see what it was, the holiday giveaway by No Gravity Games. So each day you can redeem a free game, but you have to have the previous ones unlocked, or the previous game unlocked. So every day I religiously fire up my Switch, go to the store, type in my password, redeem that free game, it downloads the game, and then I turn it off. So,
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild 2 to even think about buying the Switch.
yeah. As you
My
can
kids-
see, it's not
Kids
my
have Switch lights.
preferred system.
My kids have Switch lights. You know what? Maybe I'll show this real quick. This is a sneak peek since the video is going to be live for all viewers tomorrow.
Nice. So I can check it out.
Yeah, let me show you guys. I'll show you guys the let me see if I can. How do I have to do it a different way because hidden. So wait, maybe not, because I have control because I'm the admin. I can see all the videos. So our latest video games unboxing with Seth and I had just come out on Wednesday, and it's going to be, and right now it's members only, but it's going to be ready for regular folk that everybody else tomorrow. But Seth showed off his new gift, which was that he got for Hanukkah. Oh, Doe. Members only content. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm feeling generous.
You're not a member.
Hang on. I'm feeling in the holiday spirit, the post Hanukkah / Christmas / Kwanzaa / every other holiday that's being
Festivus. Forget about Festivus.
And I'm just gonna go
holiday
ahead
for the rest of us.
You know what? It's Friday. It's after midnight, so I'm going to make the video public now.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Now let's see if I can let's see if I could show it. Because shut down source when not visible. Okay. Because this is really cool. I truly have to hand it to Nintendo. So they brought this thing out called Mario Kart Live Circuit. And what it is, it's an actual little remote control car that you control with your Switch through Bluetooth.
Mm.
It's got a camera on the front, so you can see as I'm turning the car, it's showing on the screen what's going on with the camera. And the cool thing is, they give you these cardboard pieces, the gates and turn things, right? Curve things. This is just what you see when you're watching the car just go, right? But on the Switch itself, it's an actual game of frickin' Mario Kart.
That's cool.
The sensors inside the cardboard have, like, see how even like the turn signs are lit up.
Mm-hmm.
And you could actually throw, like, if you throw a turtle shell at the other car, so Seth got one and his younger brother Spencer got a Luigi. If you get hit with one of these things, it will stop the car for a second. You'll lose power on the car, just like you do in like real Mario Kart.
Yeah.
This, I am not always the biggest Nintendo fan, but I have to say, this is ingenuity. I mean, look how it lights up. See, do you see how it lit up those turn signs? So they're
yeah.
I mean, that is wild.
So does this also work with the cardboard VR headset?
Right, the Labo. Right. But this is the technology behind the Labo that they actually put to good use. I mean, I really...
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That must be the best thing they've done.
Chris, you said you got one, right?
Don't. My daughter's not watching, so
okay.
I picked up one for her for Christmas.
Oh, that's right, because it's not Christmas yet. I'm sorry, I don't want to give it away.
No.
And Lupa said she bought one for her grandson. It is that is.
Yeah.
That is really.
I can't wait to try it out too with her.
Yeah, and because we got one of each, like one Mario, one Luigi.
Mm-hmm.
We could do 8. You could do 8 gates. But you set it up all over the house. I mean, you can make ramps. You can, I've seen some really creative people that have done some really cool tracks with this. And we've got a big downstairs down here, so they've had it running around, under the pool table and, terrorizing the cats. It's that is wild, and the kids love them. So I give them that for the ingenuity. So, all that said, Peter still isn't playing his.
Yeah, sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me. I don't play their Switches either.
I mean, that's what you get when you have too many systems.
Yeah, let me see. I don't think I can show. Yeah, there's basically the. I don't even think I can really show. Like, you could kind of see it. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, but Jago,
Nope.
you could get that Mario Kart circuit, and when you go do a wood floor at a house, you got that whole house clear. You could just put your own circuit through the house and just have fun.
Most
Come on,
definitely.
Jacob.
So there you have it. There's Peter's 1 hour of Pac-Man.
Oh yeah.
Played 4 games.
Oh.
Oh my
Well, you
goodness.
can't be guaranteed that VR car game will have just as much power as Nintendo Switch. During they're both running phone chips.
Oh man, that's wrong. But again, give it. I truly do. I give them credit, and they really did something really cool with that. So, and the kids love it. So that's the important part. The kids really like it.
Yeah, and I wanted to get my daughter a the light Switch Lite, but I can't find one at a regular price. Everybody wants the $300.
Cyrus, Cyrus,
So,
what's up, Cyrus?
I'll wait.
That Mario Kart is cool. My cats probably would not enjoy it though. Yeah, or they would chase it around. So it's called the Mario Kart Live Circuit. Mario Kart Live. Hold on. Mario Kart Live Circuit. I think that's what it's called. Live Home Circuit. There it is. So it's about $80. It's what
Yeah.
Shell found it for.
From do you have to buy it at GameStop or can you buy it from?
You can get
They
it
got it everywhere.
Yeah, Target's
Target,
got it. Walmart's got it. Amazon's got it. She got it from GameStop for $76. It's on. It's actually, it looks like it's sold out on Amazon. Target's got it for $88. And you have one for Luigi, one for Mario. So you can have 2 people. You can have 2 people playing. Best Buy's got it for. Let's see how much Best Buy has it for. Best Buy's got it for $100. So
is there a limit to how many of these you can connect together, or is it just limited?
No, because it's one cart per Switch. So my kids both have a Switch, and so it Bluetooth connects to their Switches.
So you can have like a dozen cars if you have a dozen Switches.
If you have a dozen, yep, you can have.
That's cool.
Yeah. So all your friends bring their Switches over and have at it. So yeah, it's $100.
I don't know about that, Jago. That's a big tunnel. It's after 10 o'clock.
Yeah. It's after 12.
Well, yeah, you.
All right. I think we've made it through our show. This is a great show.
We did.
And
There was.
and brother Back sneaking in the back to come talk and hang out with us tonight. And of course, there's Parent Pluck.
Yeah,
Good morning. The
Right at
Dutch
the
support
end.
is here, right at the
Hey,
end.
Baron.
One day,
Parent
Parent's
Pluck?
he's gonna stay up. He's gonna stay up all night. He's gonna do an all-nighter on a Thursday one day.
That's why earlier Scott P popped in right after the wheel spin. I'm like, darn, you just missed the wheel spin, sir.
Oh, I know. Scott works late. I miss Scott coming in too.
In fact, I think maybe next week we do a wheel spin. I'll just automatically add him and pair and pull up, and the
Yeah,
ones
'cause
that come
those
in
guys
late
are-
because they always come in late because there's time difference. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to
or
do
they
a
work
member.
late, so.
We need to do a member spin too.
We'll do that next week then.
Okay.
Member spin only next week.
There we go. Our end of year member spin. Let's
There
do
you go,
something nice.
yeah.
Figure out something nice for that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So, I'm sorry, Perrin. We're getting ready to do our outros.
Yeah.
So back. Where now can people find your lovely streaming? Because you've been doing a lot of streaming lately.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Most-
do as much as I can when I got the time to do it.
Yeah, mostly when I go to
Was that-
bed.
Well, I actually was streaming earlier today. I was streaming
Oh.
Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Just got added to Game Pass, and I've been watching other streamers play that. It's been a lot of fun. Kind of like an older graphic style version
like
of Harvest Moon.
Zelda
Yeah.
kind of like, right? Have you already gone to a cave where you're attacking the?
Yeah,
What
you
is it,
can go into the cave. There's mining,
Yeah.
and then there's
Mhm.
monsters in there that you need those different materials to do crafting. There's fishing and farming, and
Mhm.
you can even
Into a
like
relationship.
romance.
Yeah.
Yep, you can have relationships. You can get married in the game
Oh, dang.
and celebrate people's birthdays. There's different holiday events that go throughout the year that you can interact with people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I was playing that
Upgrade
earlier.
your house, your farm. Yeah.
Yep, and then I also got up on my Twitch channel an entire series playthrough of Halo, all the way from Halo Reach all the way up to Halo Infinite. Find that on the YouTube channel if it's older than 60 days. But yeah, so you can find me on play a variety of games across all consoles and a little bit of PC on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me at BACfromthedead1 on Xbox Live and PSN if you want to hang out, play some games, or chat in a party. Find me at BACfromDead1. And thanks again for the invite.
Oh man, anytime you got
Hell yeah, brother.
every guest that we have on, and those are, and especially our good friends like you, it's an open invite. It's easy to bring you in anytime you want. People actually do start to take us up on it. It's like Dread.
Yeah.
So no, we're always happy. We're always happy when you can jump in and hang out with us. So.
Hell yeah.
Yep. So I never get a chance to ask. It is here up top, but if you guys, Peter and Chris, Peter, obviously there's your Twitter. If people want to catch you on Twitter, but where else can they find you if they want to come and play?
Well, you can always find me on Xbox, the Game Attack HDK, or if I'm on the PlayStation, it's HDK 360. And on the Switch, not you'll have much luck finding me there. I'll come and find you. How about that?
Yeah. Awesome. And Chris, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter, Xbox, no PlayStation for now, Steam, and of course Fastback 6768. So keep it simple. And of course here every Thursday with my brothers. I'll tell you what, before the show I was dragging. I was like, it's a long day, I'm going early. But man, we do the show just having fun. I'm wide awake right now, so I'm gonna have a hard time going to sleep. It's all worth it.
Yeah, I love what we do, and even on a long week,
Yeah.
it's always great because I just know no matter what happens, this is my Thursday to hang out with my gaming brethren.
Mhm.
So I always
Yeah.
enjoy it.
and our
Always
family in the
enjoy it.
chat. I mean,
Yep.
they continuously show up and just, you know, and interact with the chats that we have. I mean, and the
Yeah.
chat's it's always great. A lot of great discussion. Everybody's respectful,
Yep.
and that's
brothers
just, that's what we like here. So
And our sisters in the chat, Lupa, Foxy, Ventress.
hmm
No, we love you all. You guys all know that. And Lupa, anytime you want to jump in and play some Halo multiplayer with us, please do. Any of you guys, if you see our live streams, you get to see our gamer tag. My Xbox gamer tag is Stinger NLG, STINGER NLG. On PlayStation, it's the original NLG. Anytime you see us in a party, jump in by all means. We'd love to talk to you. If we're playing something big, you guys want to play, play there. If we're playing Halo and you want to do big team battle with us, please do. But yeah,
our party's always open.
always. So.
I mean, games always open. So just feel free to join my fire team or invite me. Always up for playing some Halo Infinite.
Yeah, and then in 3 months, jump in. We'll play some co-op Infinite.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. This could be the crew right here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we owe back. We got to do that. We got to be the first one to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Halo Infinite run through.
I agree.
It might take a while once they do bring out co-op.
Yeah, once they bring it out. So, but if
see
I
you in
keep
3
playing
months
a
back.
It's always hard to get the band together, though.
if I keep playing the multiplayer and trying to finish other games, now I got Splinter Cell to play. I could hold out. I could hold out. Be a man of my
Game
word
Pass
and hold
always
out.
give you more games to play.
Yeah, Janetto, don't worry about it. I suck. I always get more.
Oh yeah.
More deaths than kills, but you know what? I have fun when you're in a party and you're together with friends, and you don't have anybody sitting there, jumping on you because you suck, and that's not what we're about.
No.
No doubt. And I'm not that good either, so. All right. Don't forget our wonderful Gamers United Guild. They're down below in the description. Please check out all of our great channels and all of their great shows that come on throughout the week. I mean, we're almost, I think we got somebody starting up on Friday. So I think we're going to have a show every day of the week again at some point. But we've got shows all through the week. The Gamers United Guild is just such a great group of like-minded gamers. And just, awesome people. And of course for us, you know what? We never ask, so I'm going to ask now. If you like what we do here, if you like the content that we put out, not just with the show, our live streams that we do throughout, the week at times, the videos that we put out, hit that subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. Consider becoming a friend of NLG. It's our $1.99 channel membership. It gets you access to really cool emojis that some of people were using in the chat. It also gives you early access to our videos, and we might do some subscribers or some channel member streams soon. We want to give you bang for your buck, or in this case $2. Just it helps us to do these giveaways and stuff like that. And it really does. We also appreciate, we never require, we never ask. We appreciate the super chats you guys always give us. Your generosity for what we do is wonderful. And if you like what you see and you're already subscribed, tell a friend. Have them jump in. You guys in the chat room make us so much better. And we love interacting with you. and reading your chat. And we love the fact that you guys hang with us on every topic, and it's an awesome thing. So thank you guys so much for being who you are. So
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Pete?
Thanks, De Niro. Congrats to your son. Yeah, so Seth Seth made honor roll this year,
Yeah,
this
awesome.
quarter.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which for Seth, middle school, coming from elementary to middle school, autistic, coming off of a year where they didn't go into school, lots of changes, having to wear a mask all day, actually being out on quarantine because he might have been near somebody who had COVID, but nobody knows, so they send him home for a week, and then he coughs and they send him home for a week. He still made honor roll, so he's working really hard. And of course, you can now see him in the latest boxing video with me that just became public. So thank you so much. Hey, what's up, Pete? Sorry, we're
Appreciate
heading
your
out.
service.
But thank you, everybody. We will see you over the weekend because we're going to be streaming some Halo, I am sure. So definitely pop in and play with us. And again, pick up a controller this weekend, get some gaming in. We will see you next Thursday for probably either A, our final show of the year, or B, our final show before I go on vacation and they do a gameplay stream at the end of the year. So one of the two, will figure it out. But we will catch you next Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for another NLG show where I'm thinking end of the year favorite games of 2021. Probably an easy layup for us, right?
Yeah.
So, yes, if there's an opportunity, come crash the party, Pluck. You have me on Xbox Live now. You should have Peter. Get in there. So,
And if you're up really early or staying up real late, I'll invite you here to the show.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Janetto, go check your DMs, sir.
Yes. Go check your DMs. Good night, everyone. Play on, gamers.
Adios.
Love you guys.
Have a
Have
good
a great
weekend,
night,
everybody.
everyone.
Love you all.